Hello!
Hello! Hi, everyone, and welcome to our dark little corner of madness. Tonight we'll be exploring the monstrosities that pass through doorways, the shadows that creep out from beneath your bed, and the deepest fears that humanity has all but forgotten. My name is Halie, and I will be your keeper of horrors tonight. This evening we are diving into the Call of Cthulhu 7th edition. This is my first time engaging in this content as a player or a keeper, so please bear with me. As a quick disclaimer, this game is going to have some disturbing and macabre themes. Monsters, body horror, maybe some creepy crawlies, you know. The game system is pretty unforgiving and full of horrific twists and turns, so be prepared to be immersed into a world of the unknown. But before we dive in, tonight we are streaming for survivors. So I'll let Shar talk a little bit about that now.
Hi everyone, I'm Shar. I'm the Grants and Major Gifts Coordinator at WAVA. I'm so happy to be joining Q Times on this amazing team of players for Call of Cthulhu. And as Halie said, we are streaming for survivors. And what our goal is here is to raise $10,000 collectively with streamers all over the world to hire another counselor for WAVA Rape Crisis Center. WAVA serves survivors serves British Columbian survivors and survivors all over the world through our nationwide crisis line, which is free of charge, available 24/7. We also serve, we have hospital accompaniments, police accompaniments. Survivors are supported every step of the way after something has happened to them. And we're hoping to do some good here tonight, raise some money. We have the links to donate in the chat. We have some prizes to give away. Yeah, very, very excited. So be generous with your giving. Every dollar counts.
Great. Okay. So our story starts in early 20th century New York City, in 1926 to be exact, where the Constellatia has just departed from harbor. The ship has been built for both speed and luxury, and though it advertises itself as a cruise ship, it's much smaller than the other liners of the time. Rather, it boasts a much more intimate experience for traveling by sea. All of the luxury of an ocean liner with the intimacy of your own cocktail party. Join our crew for a wonderful week at sea and let your worries wash away with the tide. This particular journey has been paid for by one Isel Hilderoy, a rather wealthy man in his early 40s. He has rented the entire ship for a personal cruise and invited a number of close confidants and acquaintances to join him for a weekend of revelry. All of you would have received a letter several months ago containing a golden ticket and a note requesting you join Mr. Hilderoy on this journey, paid in full by him. Hilderoy is a bit of an odd fellow, known for his eccentricities, and an obsession with the strange and rare. He's a collector of sorts, and he certainly has the money to fuel his interests. In fact, most of you have come to be acquainted with him through various trinkets he has pursued throughout the years. So I think now would be a good time for everyone to introduce their investigators. Why don't we start with Jake?
Me? You want to start with me?
Yes, please.
Well, I'll be playing John Fairbanks, actor, performer. Started in the stage, but TV was where it's at. It's going to be big one day, I'm telling you. But that's about it about John. Just know that he's ready to charm the pants off of you.
Wonderful. All right. How about Kelly next?
Me? Well,
Yeah.
I'm just my name's Josephine Chase. I'm a acquirer of various goods that may or may not belong to me or the people who desire them. Some call me a burglar, some can go straight to hell. My age is of course the 27. I haven't quite gone over that hill yet. Lucky for me. And you know, all the money I acquired from Mr. Azel, I spent partying and hanging out with all the upper class people, and I'm running into some hard times because that money ain't lasted for too long. So now I'm hopping on this this cruise line in the hopes to get some more money from Mr. Moneybags himself.
Lovely. All right, Rose, why don't you tell us about your character?
I'm Rose, and I'm going to be playing Penny. She is a sort of mousy-ish kind of character from a curios shop that Isel has frequented, mostly for the skills of her father, who then was passed on to Penny into making counterfeit artifacts.
Very cool. And Shar?
Yeah, this is my first time playing Call of Cthulhu. Super excited. And I'm going to be playing Lucille. She's 70 years old and a pilot. And she is actually Easel's private pilot, gets him a lot of his goodies and where he needs to go. She's really slow. So, everyone's going to be waiting for me, but I'll try my best to keep up with these young whippersnappers.
All right, wonderful. So you have all boarded the Constellatia early this morning. You've had the better part of the day to find your rooms and settle in, as well as do a little bit of exploring to get a hang of the ship's layout. You've also been called upon to attend a dinner this evening at 5 o'clock by Isel himself. You all get ready and head to the main dining lounge in time for your host's event. The lounge is a magnificent room with square-set ceilings and gorgeous golden pillars. Chandeliers hang from domed circles, some of which are made of intricate glass panels, lighting a series of well-placed tables and chairs. The room has a color scheme of reds and golds with beautiful tablecloths and fancy dark wood dining chairs. Windows line the room, and beautiful deep red drapes are held apart on either side of them. At the far end of the room, there is a raised area where a half-circle stage is lit by brilliant overhead lights. Hilderoy is already standing on the stage. He's dressed in a well-fitted cream suit with a blue dress shirt underneath and a deeper blue tie tucked into his blazer. He has a single white rose nestled into his breast pocket and a brilliant golden watch that flashes in the light as he waves to the guests coming in. His hair is straw blonde, combed into a neat side part, and he has a matching mustache. Underneath this, Isel is wearing a jovial smile that seems to be permanently plastered to his face. As you all settle down at your tables, you can see that there aren't many people in attendance, maybe 15 total, including the servers, which leaves the room feeling a tad empty. But Hilderoy's beaming at all of you, and he raises a spoon to clink against his glass. Friends, I am beyond delighted that you could all join me here tonight on this beautiful vessel. The chef has prepared a brisket for us. Drinks will also be made available, but don't ask me how. He gives a very exaggerated wink and holds his glass up. This trip is a kind of a thank you to all of you. You have made things possible that I had never dreamt of. I couldn't think of a better way to repay you than to provide you with a few luxurious, exciting evenings on the open ocean. He pauses to take a sip of his drink and smiles again. In fact, I suspect many of you believe you are not just here for a fun weekend. And you would be correct. He seems a little bit more serious now. I have brought you all here to be a part of my latest discovery. I have on board right now a very special artifact. However, it is only a fragment, and I have reason to believe another part of it is buried in this very ocean, on our very route. My wonderful friends, I wanted you all here to bear witness to the retrieval of this special object. Of course, none of you will have to raise a finger. I have brought along the latest and brightest in diving technology, and our good friend Bastien Laurent, who is top of the field in such matters. He kind of gestures to a man who's sitting at one of the other tables. I am so excited to be on this journey with you all. Eat as much as you like. And with that, he hops off the stage and kind of begins making his rounds to people. All of you have been seated at the same table, and your food is being brought out by servers. So you're free to mingle.
Oh, thank goodness the food's coming. 5 o'clock. It's really too late for me.
I once played a scuba diver in a little bit of a silent film once. I didn't have to do too much. It was just one day of shooting in the suit, but it was fine. It was a good day.
I recognize you. I've seen you on some of the screens, haven't I?
Oh, more than likely.
You're John Fairbanks.
I mean,
Yes.
I recognize you from several of my parties, darling.
I recognize you from several newspapers.
Well, congratulations. You all know who I am. Who are all of you, though? That's the question.
Well, I'm Lucille. I'm a pilot for Old Easel, of course, and very happy to make your acquaintance and loving this steak we're eating.
Wow, pilot. How long have you been piloting for?
Oh, one lady never reveals her age, darling.
No. Couldn't have that happen. No. But I must ask, what got you into flying through the skies?
Why would I want to stay on my own 2 feet, It's fantastic to be able to be up in the air or at sea, of course. I do love a good adventure. I can't just be waiting around at home in front of the television.
Completely understandable. What about the
That's
rest
your
of you?
entire career. Sorry.
No offense taken. We all have to take our own paths. If it wasn't for people like you to create the stories, I mean, what would I be acting up? Just something I would just be standing on screen now, wouldn't I? It would have to be those who created the stories, people who take that adventure out there.
I am just watching Isel. Like, I'm not even paying attention to them. I'm just waiting for my opportunity to go talk to him.
Yeah, go for it.
Sorry, he's lingering at one of the other tables right now, but you have a sense that he'll be over soon enough.
So, what was your name? And John points to Penny.
She looks at your hand, sort of like it's like the most like a venomous snake for a moment, and then it's just like, Penny Ashcroft, from Ashcroft's Cabinet of Curios.
Oh, very interesting. So we've got someone who digs into the past and figures out these things, I assume. Forgive me if that's presumptuous of myself. I'm about to ask a question that I know the answer to, but what fancies you becoming here and being at this lavish event?
Little old me?
Yes.
I mean, look at the guy. He's eccentric. I mean, you don't get to be this guy and just, you're having a fascination with the weird and stuff like that. What's the Curiosities cabinet? We have the smallest. We have the pickled pygmy from Africa's. We have eyeballs from Tanzania.
Pickled pygmies. That's interesting.
It's
Oh,
actually
I've seen
it's actually a
those,
Cupid doll from the mark from Staten Island.
Those are down by the carnival, right, Sugar? They got those set up as for the
That's
kids
fun.
to look at, poke around at the knickknacks. And
Oh, we don't
whatnot.
let people poke around. No, that
I'm
stuff's
sure.
fairly valuable or completely fake. Either way, no one touches it.
I'm sure it's all authentic for sure.
Surprised that you would even be so brazen as to tell us that some of those curiosities are fake.
I once
Well, we're all
heard that
colleagues, aren't we?
I once heard that there was a mermaid that came up, but it ended up just being a monkey sewn to like cut in half and sewn onto a fish.
Yeah, that was absolutely what it was. Didn't do it. Wasn't responsible for that. We don't do freaks, unfortunately. We just do odd artifacts here and there.
I know the gentleman who did that. He's a bit of a loony. Just
Yeah,
trying to
absolutely.
get attention. But he's an old pal. We go way back.
Interesting. Very interesting.
You seem to know everyone.
Oh, well, you know, me and old Isel go back quite a ways. He's a dear friend of my late father. He's somewhat of a mentor of me, I should say.
And your name would be?
Josephine Chase. Pleased to meet you, darling. I'm still just like, I'm talking to them, but I'm just still looking at Isel. Now, I don't know what the lot of you here for, what you've done for old Isel, but you know, I gotta get back in good with him. Been running into some hard times, and you know, it would do my father in to know that old Isel isn't helping me out in these hard times.
Back in? Did you have a falling out?
No, dear. When a star burns as bright as I do, it tends to darken pretty quickly.
Seems like there's some kind of history going on there. Personal, in fact.
I mean, I'm one of his favorite people in the world, sweetie.
Ah, I get it now.
As you guys are saying this, Isel is in fact heading over. And he's kind of got his hands out in welcome. Oh, friends, I'm so glad all of you had made it. He's going to hold out a hand to shake each of yours.
He's got 4 arms. Sorry.
Okay, everyone roll sanity.
I immediately stand up and like put my hand on his shoulder, and I'm like, "Oh, it's so great to see you again, dear."
Oh, Josephine, darling, you are looking very good.
Oh, me? Oh, no, I'm looking terrible, darling. The years have been terrible to me.
I'm so glad you could come. All of you, really, this is the least I could do. I'm so glad to have all of you here with me.
Well, it really is a pleasure. This is quite the fancy ship you have here.
Oh, yes,
I mean,
it's
we're just
quite
doing
nice.
We're just doing our jobs, Mr. Isel. I mean, it's not really like this is any. It's really honoring to be here.
Glad to hear. Glad to hear, Penny. Good to see you as well. Don't suppose you have anything interesting in your shop these days, hmm? It's been a while since I've dropped by.
Interesting, to say the least, for sure.
Oh,
We just heard about a monkey and a fish.
Again, not my thing.
Oh, yes, I did hear about that. I was tempted just to get it to put it on display. What a crazy thing.
Yeah, you'll be collecting dust for years.
True. Very true.
I've like practically linked arms with him at this point. I'm like trying to make it very clear that I'm close to him.
I have very specifically stayed at my chair and not moved towards him whatsoever.
Same.
Let him come to me. But I do hold up my glass and I go, you've got to have some sort of stash here to get this party correctly started, I hope.
Oh, yes. I believe the servers are quite willing to bring some of the good stuff over. How
Wonderful.
about
Ooh,
some
whiskey?
scotch?
Oh, you know my words. You know my favorite words.
Yeah, they're my dad's favorite too. I also kind of have a liking for it.
Can't be illegal on the ocean, am I right? And he's going to kind of snap, and some servers are going to come over with kind of a platter of different alcohol sitting on it, and they'll serve you whatever you want.
Perhaps we should celebrate you and I with a shot. Get things started off right.
Oh, how exciting. Yes. Would you all like to join us?
I like frown as he says that.
I don't do tequila. If that is your poison.
Not picky, particularly, as long as it's fine.
Lucille will like reach for a champagne flute and she'll say, I never say no to a quick nip.
I mean, we're out back where I'm from. It's rude not to do a shot of moonshine with your host.
Moonshine. Yes,
moonshine.
all right. Anyone else?
Old man
Lucille reaches for the moonshine too.
Cheers to this exciting time.
I'm gonna try to make it look like I shoot it, but actually throw it behind me.
Okay.
I gotta keep my wits about me.
Could you give me a sleight of hand, please?
Oh, I can do that. That is that's an 8. And then my sleight of hand 75. So I think I get an
Damn.
a mega
Yeah,
success.
is that an extreme
Woo!
on
Yeah,
your sheet? Yeah.
15 is my extreme number.
All right. No one has any idea. You just shot that moonshine without blinking an eye.
That moon and it perfectly lands in a plant behind me. So
Yeah,
nobody
it
even
arcs
slips on it.
perfectly.
What are we celebrating besides that we reached $600 in our charity drive?
Ooh.
I think there'll be a giveaway.
Oh, exciting.
Dear me, Mr. Azel.
Well, as I mentioned, we're going to be hopefully finding another artifact on this trip, which is very exciting indeed.
What can you tell us more about the fragment you've collected?
Yeah, what is this artifact that you got?
Oh, yes. Well, tomorrow, before we have our diving expedition, I will be showing it off to everyone, so you'll get a chance to see it. But it's quite fascinating. We found it in the depths of Brazil, if you'll believe it. It's quite an interesting
fascinating.
piece.
I'm like brushing it. I'm like so interested in like brushing his arm as he speaks.
He's put his arm kind of like almost not quite like around your waist, like you know when you kind of hover politely. He's kind of doing that.
He's doing the hover hand. Is that what you
Yes.
described?
Like he's not quite sure if he should be holding you, but you know, he's got his arm there.
I think if I notice he's doing that, I'll like push it into my hips a little bit.
Then yeah, he'll hold you, and
I need to get on board.
Not one to leave much to the imagination, are we?
I shoot you dead.
Well.
Age before beauty, and she goes and gets another shot of moonshine.
And Lucille, you're the prettiest of us all.
Oh, thank you.
I need to know if
Yeah.
getting drunk in Call of Cthulhu helps your insanity.
Lucille, could you give me a quick con roll?
Oh God. What is my con? 60. That's not bad. Okay, let's see.
99.
25.
Hey!
All right. You've shot lots of moonshine in your life. It goes down easy.
Mm-mm-mm.
All right.
Delicious.
Izel will kind of grin at all of you again and say, well, I should go keep greeting everyone else, but I'm so glad you're all here. I hope you get to meet everyone else here. And tomorrow at 1 o'clock is when we will have our special diving event. So you can all meet me on the middle deck there. So exciting.
See you tomorrow.
I mean, surely you want to get a nightcap at some point. I'll let you greet your guests, but we should catch up, talk about old times.
Sure, yes. If we have time, we do need to get lots of sleep tonight.
Oh, I'm sure.
He will lean down and give you like a peck on the cheek before he
Hell yeah.
leaves.
Sweetie, have you already had too much to drink? It sounds like you starting to mix up your words just now.
Oh, you know, with this frame, the moonshine just hits me so hard.
Jeez.
I'm very intrigued by this showmanship that's going on. Having to wait all night to have this big reveal tomorrow.
A lot of cloak and daggers, if you ask me.
You would know, wouldn't you?
The moment he leaves, I just slump down and I'm just back to being normal.
Lucille's being such a bitch.
I would like to look around the room and see if there's anyone else I may notice or may have any sort of knowledge about whatsoever.
Sure, yeah. Give me a spot hidden roll.
I rolled a 14, and my spot hidden is a 75. So
Nice.
Okay. Actually, in your career, in this role you played as a diver, you do recognize Bastien Laurent. He's sitting with a man who has darker skin tones, kind of longer black hair with streaks of gray in it, and a woman who has kind of long, slightly curled ginger hair. And from where you're sitting, you can see Bastien seems to be telling some sort of an adventurous tale, kind of waving his arms excitedly. And you worked with him briefly to know a little bit more about the diving equipment for your show.
I would like to take my drink up and just casually walk over and just, act like I'm a part of the crowd that's there.
Okay. So you walk over and kind of join the table where Bastien is accounting. Oh yes, this one time we did the diving just off the coast of Paris, and it was beautiful. My partner and I, we how do you say? We have the latest and best technology. I have brought with us a new prototype. It is beautiful. And the other two are kind of nodding and listening. Both of them kind of glance at you as you come over.
I look at them and go, oh, this is the man with the talent. No reason to look at me. And I as I say that, I point at him and kind of like give like a knowing, like, hey, it's me. Like, I'm waiting for him to say something. I'm not going to say it.
He'll look at you and he'll go, oh, is this John Fairbanks?
It's good seeing you, good friend. How have you been?
Oh, he'll stand up and give you like a hearty like shake and like pat on the shoulder. And oh, it's been so long. How did your movie go?
I mean, it was nothing without you. That's for sure. I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued. How deep are you planning on going to get this thing tomorrow?
Oh, well, we're not entirely sure, but I think we'll be going probably about as deep as we can. My new technology. It goes down. 200 feet, at least.
Interesting. That's quite interesting. I'm intrigued to see if you managed to get deep enough to find anything out here. I mean, how far off are we from land, anyways? I just kind of accepted it, assuming we were just going to go out and have a drink and have a wonderful weekend. But apparently, we're here on business. But should have known that, shouldn't I?
Oh. Well, I am here on business, but I think all of you are here just for partying, huh? Don't worry about it. I'll be down and out in 4 hours.
Oh, 4 hours underwater. That's pretty strong of you, my friend. Well, you know what they say, break a leg.
Oh, I will.
And I nod and I walk back to the table and just point at the waiter.
Oh, yeah, right away. They'll come over and give you your choice of drink.
How expensive does the cutlery look?
Pretty nice. It's not the finest you've ever seen, but if you want to give me an appraisal.
Oh, hell yes, I will. That's a 38. That's under.
Nice.
That's not my extreme success, but
Okay.
that is a success.
All right. Yeah, not the nicest you've seen, but you think you might be able to make a couple pennies off of it.
Yeah, I'll slip that into my purse.
Give me a sleight of hand.
Lucille is just cutting like bits of a chicken breast as small as she can and feeding them to her little albino snake Simon, who's like wrapped around her wrist.
Okay.
I got a 52, which is a success.
Okay. Yeah, without too much issue, you just shuffle a few knives and forks in.
I do it, and then I clip my bag, and then I just wink at Penny.
I'm oblivious.
I'm slightly oblivious because I believe I would probably see. Lucille, are you hiding the fact that you're feeding a snake that is wrapped around your arm that Penny totally thought was an
No.
accessory?
Not at all.
Jimmy
Simon-
Crickets, what is that on your arm?
Oh, well, this is Simon. Very friendly. And he'll like
Oh.
unwrap a little bit and like come over to you.
Oh, hi, Simon. You want some of my chicken? May I?
Oh, of course. As long as it's not the ones that are overly spiced. You know, these chefs here, you can never get good chefs. Everything is over seasoned.
They can boil a chicken, but then they also overspice it. I totally get what you mean, Lucille. Nah, mine's just as plain Jane as they get. Here you go, Simon.
Yeah, he
Did they put a little bit of pepper in your food? Is that what happened?
Yeah, I'm
yes,
allergic.
you know what I mean. Of course. Look at this. And then there's like the best steak ever that's like just has the lightest bit of steak powder or steak spice on it. And like this chicken breast has got fucking nothing.
You know, when I went to
this-
India, they had quite a lot of spices. I bet your snake wouldn't like it there.
Oh, India. You've been around there, Miss...
You know, I travel. I like to keep myself knowledgeable. You know, the mind gets stale if it stays in one place for too long.
I flew
find
Mr.
it-
Jones to India. He did not like Simon.
Mr. Jones or India?
Either. What were you going to say, Penny dear? I think I cut you off.
Oh, no, I was just going to comment on Mrs. Chase's inability to be away from our dear guest, our dear host, I should say, Isel, when she's been to far-off places like India. Sort of an interesting career choice, wouldn't you
Listen,
say?
Just because you're not getting close to him doesn't mean I shouldn't, darling.
Oh, I'm already close, and I don't have to put on such a performance, my dear.
Well, I bet not as close as I am. And then I just start sipping my wine more.
Certainly not as close as I definitely want to be. Thank you.
I believe this table has turned a little bit of a gabbing circle. Or is that just me?
No, it's you.
Ah.
John, what did you have? Any news from those folks you went to talk to over there?
Oh, yes. It's just a friend of mine that I was talking to. He was talking about how deep he was going. I think he maybe made a mistake. He said he was going down 200 feet, but I think he meant 200 meters. Might be a little bit different.
Mhm.
Actually, Jake, can you give me a quick psychology roll?
Sure. I would love to do that.
We found a clue.
I rolled a 59, which is below my 70. So.
Okay, you get the sense Bastion has no idea what he's talking about.
Oh, shit.
He's just the face of the diving company that's going down.
Gotcha.
200 feet. Yeah, that seems a little...
Shallow? That's what I thought. That's why I thought maybe he was mistaken and meant 200 meters, but it confused me, but I didn't want to call him out in front of his friends. Nothing like embarrassing a professional, But yeah, it was interesting.
Company did he say he worked for?
Oh gosh, I can't even remember the name of their company, but does it matter?
I'm just curious if they're sending someone that clearly doesn't know what they're talking about.
I mean,
for insurance reasons?
I'm not going down. Are any of you?
Oh, hell no.
I mean, we'll see what Isel wants tonight.
I much prefer this guy. She
Clever.
just does not even hear that.
You see John just like keep a straight face and just quickly a side eye Josephine and then back to the conversation.
It's like the most proud wine sip in the world.
That's a lot of it's an awful high hopes for yourself, don't you think, Josephine?
Yeah, really.
Well, I mean, aim high and you might just land on the moon. I don't know if that's the same.
I like a girl with some confidence.
Some being the key word.
So, I don't know about you, but it seems like all the fun is going to start tomorrow. I might go seek out my own fun. Where can I find you later?
Who are you speaking to?
Just a lot of you. Where are you going to be nestling in?
Well, after this, I mean, I might as well get tucked into bed. It's already, and what time is it?
It's 5:15.
By the time you guys have eaten and chatted, it's probably around 6:30.
Oh yeah,
Way past your
I
bedtime.
like to get into bed around 7, so I'll be nestling in quite quick after this.
Maybe Isa will entertain the room with some dancing later, maybe some music, I guess.
What about you, Mr. Fairbanks?
Well, I'll probably finish my drink here, have a nice coffee, and relax and enjoy the nightlife. You know, don't know what's around here, don't know what's going to happen tonight, but definitely not going to squander the night in bed. Not to speak any ill of you, Lucille. I do hear that the early bird gets the worm, is what I've been told.
Well, I wouldn't say no if you wanted to take a nice young lady and a walk on the deck.
You know what? That sounds wonderful. And John gets up and puts his arm out for you to grab onto it.
Oh yeah.
All right. There is quite a large deck on the floor you're on now, out some glass doors. And you get the sense this is also the deck that that you'll have the diving event off of tomorrow. The night is not too cold yet, but there is a bit of a breeze over the ocean. And the sun has just kind of started going down.
I'm going to chug my wine, give a mean look to give a mean look to Penny, and I'm going to go find this equipment that they've been talking about.
The diving equipment?
Yep, I'm going to go sneak around and try to find this shit.
All right.
Kill it before they
I'm
go
gonna
tomorrow.
follow just to keep watch. I want to see what she gets up to.
Okay. Why don't you give me an intelligence roll?
All right, that's my forte. That's cocked. That is a 62, which is a success.
Okay. You think probably the best place to start looking is going to be on the lowest floor of the ship.
All right, I'll start making my way down there then.
Okay. So basically, the ship layout, kind of up near the bow is where there's one set of stairs that goes between all of the levels. You have kind of the dining room level that you're all on right now. And then beneath it is where all of the guests and rooms are and like the bathrooms and stuff. And then beneath that is where you've seen some of the crew going down into. So you assume this is kind of the inner workings of the boat. But if you wander down the stairs, you notice that there's also a door that goes out onto the lowest deck of the ship.
And I think that maybe they might be keeping... I got to keep that southern accent. I think maybe they might be keeping it down there.
You think it's probably down here somewhere.
All right. I'm going to go up to the door and try to open it. If there's nobody around, rather.
No, it opens without issue.
All right. I'm going to sneak in. Do.
Now, are you staying in the lower deck or are you going out onto the actual deck?
It depends if I think that it would be easier to scope it out on the outside. Like, are there any of those like portcullises that I could look through to see if they're keeping it on the inside?
Yeah, the inside, it's kind of like a narrow hall that turns immediately to the right. So you think that probably if you went further in, you'd find some more rooms and stuff down there. You can see the door that goes outside does have like a porthole on it that you can look out of.
All right, I'll just take a quick look to see if it's like just hanging off the side of the boat. I didn't notice it.
Give me a spot hidden roll.
All right, yay! It's one of my fun ones that I put the fun number in.
Would those numbers be 6 and 9?
Wait, is 0 and 0 100 or 0?
Yes, that's 100.
It's 100.
But that is a crit fail.
Yes.
Oh,
That is a straight fumble. Okay, so you you kind of go up on your toes to peek out, and immediately a crew member walks in and starts opening the door from the outside.
I'm gonna hide.
Okay. Are you gonna head back towards the stairs or go deeper onto the floor?
I really want to find this thing, so I'm gonna go deeper.
Okay, so you kind of quickly duck down around the hall, and you hear the door open, and you don't have a lot of time to hide, but it does sound like the crew member is heading back upstairs. So you seem to be safe for now. You're in another kind of long, narrow hallway. You can see at the very end, there's a door that has one of those big kind of turning handles on it, and it's got like a little lightning bolt sign on it. And then also down this hallway on the right, you can see another little hallway.
Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt.
Okay. You head
I'm gonna
towards the
keep
lightning
going until I
bolt
get
door.
spotted before I find it.
Okay.
Cut away to what everyone else is doing at any point if you want. I feel like
Okay.
I'm hogging time.
Well, we'll go up to the lightning bolt door first. So
All right.
you get up, and it's pretty heavy, but you're able to kind of, with a few hard tugs, you can open it without too much issue. And it does open into what looks like kind of a steam room. You think maybe this is the controls for the ship's propellers. In this room, kind of glancing around, you do see another door to what you assume is the electrical room.
Now, do I, as a burglar, would I think that this is the right way to go, or would I think to go somewhere else to find their fancy ass equipment?
Yeah, your first thought is probably not that you're going to find it snooping around in here.
All right, then I'm gonna try to shut the door and go down the other hallway that I saw.
Okay. You're trying to be stealthy through this, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Could you please give me a stealth roll for
Why,
closing
of
this
course.
giant, heavy metal door?
It's an 18. That's not a extreme success, but that's the other one.
A
The
hard
half.
success.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go very slowly to close this door, and it does make a click when you close it, but just as you do it, you hear kind of some of the steam pistons kind of go psh in the background. So you think that probably no one heard that you were here.
Oh, okay. Good. Good. Guys, I might die just in the first scene, FYI.
You're lucky I'm following
Maybe.
you.
You never know. Well, this is happening. What are the rest of you doing?
Yeah, I'm tailing Josephine.
Okay. And you're trying to be sneaky about it, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Could you please give me a stealth roll?
Oh boy. Oh, that's 80. 80?
Okay. And what's your stealth number?
Just pulling that up. Stealth. Is it alphabetical? It is. 20?
It's on the right.
Okay. So as you follow Josephine down, Josephine, you hear footsteps behind you going down the stairs. And
I long ditched. I'm gonna like on my way down, I like duck away and wait until Penny like can't find me and then like gives up at some point.
yeah, you probably like with the interaction you had with the crew member going up, you probably hid just in time for the crew member to walk right into Penny.
Nice. Hell yeah.
I'm
Are you lost or what?
yeah, I am very lost. It's
Looking for the bathrooms?
yeah.
Right. You
Yeah.
just went down a floor. It's all right. If you just go up and past the rooms, you know, they've got like these little shell soaps. It's really cute.
Yeah, I'm also looking for a girlfriend who might have mistakenly gone down here as well.
Don't think there's anyone down here.
All right. Well, if you see anyone looking like a bit of a floozy, let me know, and just make sure she stays out of trouble.
He's going to raise his eyebrows at that, but he'll just keep walking up the stairs.
And she turns on her heel quite expertly. I'm proud of that comment and hope she hears and marches upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, Lucille's not the only one who can be a bitch.
Such shade.
Oof. All right. How about John and Lucille? Are you up to anything?
I believe we're going up on deck.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you guys wander out onto the deck. And actually, you see immediately that there seems to be some sort of a contraption added to the side of the deck. Looks like a giant kind of wooden spool with some sort of thick cording around it, with cranks on either side. There's also like a makeshift table has been placed out there. It looks like maybe they've kind of half started preparing for the event tomorrow, but they haven't brought out like tablecloths or anything yet.
I'll walk up to that spool. Can I get like what is it like attached to? What is the wire attached to?
The whole thing seems to be looped around this spool. So you get the sense that the wire is probably attached somewhere into the spool that's been kind of bolted down onto the ship.
I wonder what this is for. It doesn't seem like it belongs.
I don't know. I only played a scuba diver. I was never actually a scuba diver.
Right. Those pictures, you sweep me off 5 feet so many times.
Well, that's very kind of you.
She's like blushes a bit, like, oh my god, I'm out on deck with John.
Oh, this is so wholesome compared to ours.
Are there any people around?
Not out on the deck right now. There's definitely people kind of wandering around the dining area inside.
I think I missed. What is your connection to Isel?
Well, funny you mentioned that. Just a friend of a friend. This is actually maybe a handful of times I've met him here or there at an event or something like that. Being in California, things come up on auction, and I ended up just being the guy he went to that had money to go and buy the thing for him. It was never anything special. It wasn't like we had any in-depth relationship or anything.
What's that thing where people like what's the word for when someone's like buying, like laundering money, sort of, or like buying
Money laundering?
Shady shit? Never mind.
Like
I can't think of
fencing?
it. Yes,
Yeah.
fencing. Can I do like a roll to see if I think that John might be like something like that?
Sure. Why don't you give me give me, you can either do psychology or psychoanalysis.
Okay.
If you're just trying to kind of get his vibe, see if he's like lying about this. Yeah.
Psychology is higher, so I'll take that one.
Okay.
And I fail. I got a 43 and my number is 30.
Okay. It's hard to tell. He seems like a charming, honest man.
You must have some connection more than that if he's inviting you on this expedition. Or not expedition, but lavish, as you said, event.
Well, not to pry into anyone's business. That's not the person I am. But sometimes rich people like to hang out with other rich people so that they can feel like throwing their money around to prove that to the other rich person that they've got more money than them. It's a weird kind of thing I've discovered. I'm pretty sure that this is just pretty much what it is.
Fair enough.
But, I mean, private plane operator, pilot's the word I'm looking for.
No, plane operator was 100% right.
Private plane operator.
Yes.
A private pilot. Not to be garish or anything, but doesn't seem like someone that that they would invite to something like this, not to be like that, but it sounds like more of the help.
I do know what you mean. I was surprised when he made the announcement that there was a bit more of a business thing happening here. I thought that this was just we're such old friends. I've been flying him for 50 years. So I am very intrigued about what we are going to see tomorrow.
Can I roll psychology? Not on not on Lucille, but I would like to roll that on the concept of bringing a whole bunch of friends onto a boat during an expedition. Like, to me, that sounds like you only want to bring the people you need to bring. So I'd like to kind of roll on that if it's possible.
Yeah, do a psychology roll.
Wow. I failed. Not horribly. I got an 89 out of a 70. So that was a bad. So
all right. Yeah, it's very mysterious. Isel is kind of a strange, eccentric person, but you don't know him so well that you can jump to what conclusions might have brought him to bring you all here.
Yeah, is it me, or is it a little confusing that he invited so many people to expedition? Is that something that he does on some of the events you work with him on?
Whenever I'm flying him, it's usually just him and maybe 2 other people. I didn't even know he knew this. How many people are here, Keeper?
So kind of sitting at the tables, there was about 5 other people that seemed to be here. There was Bastian and the other 2 people he was talking to. And then you noticed there was another lady and a man sitting at another table who was accompanied by who you guys know as the captain.
Okay. So it's not like there's 50 people. There's 10 or so.
It's quite small, with the crew and servers. Yeah, there's definitely less than 30 people here.
Yeah. I do think that it's definitely strange. I mean, normally it's just me, him, and maybe one other person if he has something hard to get or whatever it may be. But to have 20 or so people on a boat, including all of these staff members, it is quite odd. And why do we need such a big boat? I mean, I guess it goes with your whole rich people like to be rich, right?
Yes. It's usually not brought up during business, though. That's the thing that's just throwing me off a little bit. I've played some very eccentric people, but this just seems a little off to me. We'll have to find out tomorrow, I guess.
Yes, don't let me keep you for the entire evening. Did you want to go? I heard Penny was talking about some dancing.
Oh, sweetheart, let's get you to your room first, and I'll see how everyone's doing. I can't let you walk yourself to your room.
Such a gentleman.
That wouldn't be polite of me. Let's go.
I think I'd probably pass you guys on decks and just say, oh, heading to bed there, Lucille?
Oh, you know me. But I think that perhaps John might be back to see you later.
Oh.
And I give a hard wink.
My face literally is like, I haven't seen someone push me on to other people as much as until I met my mother.
And Penny was kind of delightfully surprised, and then just after that comment, ugh. I mean, I welcome a dance or two if you're up for it there, Mr. Fairbanks.
He'll be there in a bit, and then I continue to pull him along.
Okay, so you can go drop off Lucille down at her room, 1 level below.
Yeah, that's what I do. I drop her off. I think that I'm a little confused by everything, but I have no reason to be snooping or being
Yeah.
curious about things. So I'm just going to drop Lucille off and head back and maybe get another drink. I still need that coffee too.
No problem. All of it is available at the request to a server. And Lucille, are you doing anything before you head to bed?
I'll prepare the terrarium that I brought for Simon and like make sure that it's warm enough for him, drop him off in there, and then I'll start my nightly skincare routine in my do I have a private bathroom? Is it a shared bathroom?
It is a shared bathroom.
Okay.
The boat's not that big, unfortunately.
Yeah, so I'll head over to the bathroom, fix up my face cream and lotion, and then just cozy on into bed.
Lovely. Okay. And back to Josephine. Are you still snooping around down on the lower level?
I need to find this thing.
Okay.
Actually, quick out of character thing. So just a heads up, my plan is to try to sabotage it because I need him to rely on me to get stuff. Is that going to derail the story completely if I break this thing?
If you break the
diving
scuba equipment?
Yeah.
No.
I don't want to derail your one shot. So
you'll be fine.
Okay. Then we shall continue. Sorry, I didn't want to go down this track and then you be to be like, oh shit, they can't do anything now.
Oh, good.
I mean, I might get caught, so
it's always possible.
see, I'm gonna keep snooping around that hallway and see.
Well, with a roll like 100, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, really?
Listen, as long as I got it out of the way, there's no more after that.
while you're rolling that, I would like to say, if we can get to 650, which is only $20 away, we will do our first raffle for a Cortex PDF that anyone is able to get. So let's see if we can get to that point.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, we're almost there.
So close.
So close.
All right. Okay, so on the lower level, so you have that extra hallway you can go down, or you can go and try to snoop around on the outer deck.
I didn't have good experiences with the outer deck, so I'm gonna snoop around the hall some more.
Okay. Stealthing again?
Yeah, this whole time.
Okay. Yes, please give me one more stealth roll as you come around here.
That's an 88. That's a fail.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Can we go back a second when you said, oh, that I had to get the one done, you know?
So as you come around this corner, you can see it looks like there's a small hallway. It turns again, and there's also a doorway on the left. It looks like a storage room or something. And as you come down around here, you catch your heel on something, and you kind of stumble sideways into the wall and make kind of a loud bang. And you hear a door open, and you hear, "Hey, what's that?" And you can hear someone kind of walking out from another room from that round of the hallway.
Fuck it, I need to get out of here. I'm in too deep. Hey darling, I was trying to get back to my room and I couldn't find where I went. I was going.
Oh yeah, no, here. He'll like hold out an arm.
I'm just like
for you.
I go on the broken heel, I like push on him and I'm like, I was just having such a good time at that party, but that whiskey real hit. Ooh, that hit me hot.
Yeah, come on. Okay, let's get you to your room, and he'll like help half carry you up the stairs.
You got such a pretty face, and I run my now oily finger down the side of their face.
He goes bright red. Like, oh, you can almost see the beads of sweat gather on his forehead as he like helps you up, trying to be polite, but like he won't make eye contact with you.
All right. Well,
But he'll get you to your door, and make sure you get into the room okay.
I gotta go to sleep so I can get up in the morning to see them go. They're going out in the water.
Yeah, they sure are.
It's deep out there. I hear.
Well, I mean, not where we are. There's I don't know them fancy words. A lot of ships sink around here.
Well-
There's the ground's higher up or something. I don't know.
Well, I don't know about that. I used to live in Missouri, and I'm just like I'm like now just laying on my bed.
Right. Well, if you're okay, I'm just gonna go, miss.
I'm pretending to snore now.
He'll just quietly close the door, and you can hear his footsteps as he leaves.
I like immediately shoot up. I'm like, all right, well, and I'm gonna try to get hot so that I can find Isel.
All right.
But again, I don't want to derail. So if you want, at any point, my shenanigans can stop.
As you're beautifying yourself again, Penny and John, is there anything else you're doing up on deck? Just enjoying the festivities?
Yeah, is there music?
Yes. After dinner, kind of once the plates are cleared and everyone seems to be full, a gramophone is wheeled out and some upbeat music starts playing.
You up on the latest dance steps there, Mr. Fairbanks?
Oh, well, I did do a little bit of background work back in my day. I might be a little bit rusty, but I'm more than willing to give it a try.
Let's do a turn.
Can I use my acting towards this dance?
I will allow it. Yes, you may absolutely roll for your acting.
Because I put a lot into acting for no reason other than the fact that I wanted to put acting in there. Also, we did hit 650, so put exclamation point Cortex in chat to have your chance to win a PDF of the Cortex system. And yeah, I'm gonna roll this and succeed is what I'm gonna do.
Yes,
Heck
you
yeah. With 650, that's enough. Oh gosh, to fund. Just so everyone knows, we've just funded a whole support group.
Ooh.
Of 8 survivors are able to have a free support group because of what everyone is donating. So thank you all so much.
That's incredible. Thank you.
I rolled a 73. My acting is a 75.
Ooh.
Oh, close one.
Okay. It's been a little while since you've had a role that includes dancing, but after a few close calls, you find your feet and you're grooving real good.
And I would say Penny's probably trying to help too, and just like, oh no, it's like kind of like that.
I would like to roll a spot. I just want to kind of like look around and see if anyone noticed me and make sure that like me being a little bit rusty doesn't like no one's watching me that I'm not like peak performance.
Sure. Give me a spot hidden.
I rolled a 13 out of 75, so
Okay. You notice that the woman at the other table that you didn't go to, black woman with very nice pinned hair and a gold and black kind of nice evening gown. You think she might have noticed you stumble. She's giving you a look over her glass before she kind of turns back to the person she's sitting with.
Penny, you notice me kind of move a little bit so that my back is facing her.
Do I notice her?
Are you looking? Do you want to give me a spot hidden?
I'll do a look-see.
I wasn't very like stealthy about it. Like I wasn't trying to hide it. Like we could have been dancing and like I see someone behind you like looking at me and I get kind of uncomfortable and I just kind of like move around, like shimmy to the side so that we're like facing opposite directions.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah, I got a 50 and my spot hidden to 60.
okay, yeah. So you notice John getting visibly uncomfortable, and you kind of glance back, like, "Oh, what was that about?" And you meet eyes with her briefly until she kind of looks back to her companion.
Ooh, she's fancy. Almost noble. Do you know her, Mr. Fairbanks?
No who?
Okay. Where all the solos break out. This is actually where the Charleston breaks out, and I would say
You actually, as you're dancing, John, eventually you'll feel a tap on your shoulder.
I turn to see who it is.
It's the woman, and she's she has kind of a nice smile on her face. She says, "Excuse me, are you John Fairbanks?"
And I look over at Penny and I go, "I'm terribly sorry. Yes, I am."
I've seen a lot of your work. You do wonderful acting. Margaret, and she'll hold out a hand.
And I take it and I kind of give her a light kiss on the hand. Well, it was a pleasure to meet you.
You as well. And she'll turn towards Penny. Hello.
Oh, hi. You're, if I may say, gorgeous.
Oh, thank you so much. You as well, dear.
Thanks.
She'll give you like a very pleasant smile and kind of raise her glass as like a salute and then head back to her table.
Before she walks away, sorry. What are you doing here? Are you one of Easel's friends?
Oh, yes. I'm one of his appraisers, I guess you would call me. I have some experience in archaeology.
Penny, is that similar to what you do?
No, it sounds something very similar to what Josephine does. Only
she just stole
clothes on.
I thought Josephine just stole things, to be completely honest with you.
Really? I thought she did other things.
You know,
sorry, my jealousy is showing. I really shouldn't speak ill since she's not here.
I mean, look, we all get our rocks off in a different way. Isn't that right, Marguerite?
I
believe
see what you did
was
there.
Margaret.
Yeah, why are you here? How do you know Isel?
That is a wonderful question. I have absolutely no clue. Why I'm here? My affiliation with him is just passing friends.
Oh, curious. Same circles.
I guess friend of a friend. We're not the closest, so it was quite a surprise for me to be here. But I will be honest, it is quite a nice ship that he's got us all here, and drinks. And then I look around and I look at a waiter.
Sure, they'll bring another drink over. And could you give me a con roll, please?
So I would like to point this out.
Yes.
I have only drank the coffee.
Okay. You're just ordering.
I'm ordering it. I'm holding it.
Okay.
And then I place it down.
All right.
And then
Never
I order
mind
another one. I very specifically am not drinking because I don't want to look stupid in front of all these people I don't want to do. But it is very fashionable to have a drink with you at all time.
This is true. This is very true. All right. Yeah, the waiter will bring over another one right away. Maybe give you a little bit of a look because they've picked up all your other glasses that you've left around. And Margaret will kind like shift her hand, like, yes, actually, I appraised the strange thing Isel found in Brazil.
Yes.
Can you give us a hint of what it is?
Yes.
Oh, bizarre stuff. It's embarrassing to say this. I have no idea.
You don't have an idea of what you appraised. Forgive me if that sounds strange, but
No,
it
it's
seems
very
like-
strange. It's quite unsettling, really. I was just talking to Septimus over there. We both feel a little bit strange about this expedition.
With who?
Oh, Septimus. She'll kind of wave a hand, and a very kind of small, tweedy man with very large glasses and short brown hair will look very nervously up at you, look down to a glass of water that he's swirling, slowly, shakily get up and kind of walk towards you, like eyes flicking up and down as he comes over.
It is very rare for me for a name to take me out of like the fucking world. But I'm going to be honest with you. Septimus, phenomenal name.
I am living. I will kill for
you.
Septimus. If anybody tries
Septimus
to fight
is. I have to make a character in one of my games called Septimus.
Just going to say one other out of character thing. Someone's definitely been watching Stardust, and I'm really appreciating the Neil Gaiman reference. So thank you.
I just Septimus. It's just. Anyways,
$15 away to 700.
Yeah.
Hey, come on, everybody, donate.
well, as what was said is, if everyone in chat donates $4, we'll hit our $2,000 goal.
Heck yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Plus, a $5 donation is enough for a survivor to get to and from their counseling session or their group therapy. So just $5.
Just 5.
Just 5
That's
or
like-
4. It's even better of a
That's
deal.
like a handful of subpar knives and forks.
Look, if we hit $7, Court of Corvins is getting Septimus as a major NPC, is what I'm saying.
Hell yeah.
So, anyways, I apologize for taking us out of that. That name just.
I'm so glad. I did spend a long time on these names.
And me, I'm just like Bobby McBobberson walks over and.
Right.
If it's cool, Penny is actually going to just, as Septimus is making his way over. What about this trip makes you uneasy, Margaret?
Well, just, I mean, we both know Isel likes to keep strange stuff in his locations.
Oh, absolutely.
But this one feels weird. I feel like other people should be looking at this. You know, the
Like not
markings.
us, or
Well, the markings on it are, frankly, from a civilization that neither I nor Septimus has ever seen before.
can I get a full description and then say do an occult roll on that one, Halie?
It's going to be difficult for her to give an adequate description because of the nature of the markings.
It's Euclid-
but
Euclidean, isn't it?
Is there
Her brain destroyed it.
is there any way I can see this?
You can, or you? I think you'd have to ask Isel about it. Though I think he mentioned he was going to show it off tomorrow, so I imagine we'll all get a look at it again. And as she's talking, kind of Septimus has come over to her. He's almost hiding behind her, like not quite. You've never seen a more socially anxious person, probably ever.
And as a socialite person who is an extreme extrovert, I know the exact thing that you do to introverts that they love and that you should absolutely do to every single one of them, which is I bum rush them by grabbing their hand and going, Septimus, how's it going? How are you doing today? My name is John. How are you enjoying the party so far? Like being boisterous and like forcefully dragging him into the conversation.
He like like you successfully like pull him forwards. He doesn't like there's no resistance, and he goes, yeah, the party. It's delightful. Margaret and I were just talking, and Margaret will put just like a gentle hand on his shoulder, and she'll just say, "Breathe." And Septimus will take a. My apologies. I don't leave the house very often. A pleasure to meet you.
Here, take this, and I hand him my drink. Drink this; it'll give you courage.
Right? Isn't this illegal?
And then I take his water.
He's now just staring down at his drink, debating furiously whether he should drink it.
And don't worry, it's not legal if it's on sea, according to Isel.
I tap his glass against the water cup that I took from him, and I go, "Cheers, my boy! Cheers!" And I lift up the cup and I have a little bit of sip of his water.
Okay.
Encouraging him to drink.
He'll take a sniff of it and hold back kind of a gag, and then he'll take a little sip.
Click your nose.
And he just
breathe out. It helps the burn. Trust me.
Delightful.
It'll put hair on your chest, and I give him a big pat on the back.
He like half spills the drink onto the floor. Oh dear.
I love him.
So, Marguerite, I must say, you have my attention so thoroughly wrapped around your finger at this moment. An appraiser that happens to not know exactly what the item is, that is absolutely intriguing. I would like to roll a charm, if that's at all possible.
Yes, please do.
Okay. A 23 out of 65.
Okay, so that's a hard success?
It goes hard success and extreme success, right?
Yes.
So yeah, it's a what did I just say? A 23?
20,
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, that is a hard success.
Okay. Yeah, she smiles genuinely at you. She seems to be intrigued by you as well. And she'll say, "Oh, yes. It's so bizarre. You know, we think it might be made out of emerald, but it looks quite old." And Septimus will actually kind of look up at this and like nod his head and say, yes. The scribblings on it are very, very odd. I don't know where they would have originated from.
Well, it looks like we have a lot to look forward to tomorrow morning.
Indeed.
Marguerite, just curious, how long ago did you find this? Or so let me rephrase this. How long ago did you appraise this? And how long since you appraised this to him discovering the second location?
Actually, I'm pretty sure I appraised it after he found the second one. He got me to look at it just a few nights before we came out on the Constellatia. We met in New York briefly. Septimus as well. He's been traveling with me. We were working on a dig site together.
That is terribly intriguing.
Quite. You know, I think it was actually Richard and Anne. And she'll kind of point over to those other two that you had seen with Bastion earlier. I think they might have been on the expedition to get it. I've been thinking about going over to talk to them, but they seem to bicker a lot. And if you look over, you will, in fact, see the two of them bickering back and forth.
I reach into my jacket and I pull out a little card, and I take and I write my room number on it, and I hand it to Marguerite and well, if you'd like to catch a few drinks after the soiree. And then I turn and I walk to the others.
She'll take it and she'll tuck it into a little purse that she has with her.
How many of us
Ooh,
can get lucky
I
today?
am just going to turn in for the night. I am all danced out. I'll just see myself to my room. Good night, Marguerite. Septimus.
Good night,
Pleasure to
darling.
meet you.
And Septimus will go, yes, and almost spill a little bit of drink again.
I'm in love.
So good. Quality character.
100% always gotta be mean to the introverts, right?
Yeah.
In public places. That's how it
Boy.
encourages them to be more extroverted, right? Right?
In this world of
Sure,
fantasy. Exactly.
All right. So why don't we hop back to Josephine? Are you currently looking for Isel?
Yeah. And I'm going to I'm going to get 2 drinks for us, 2 whiskeys. No ice in case it takes me a while. I'm going to try to find where Isel is staying? ?
Okay, like you want to look for his room?
Yeah.
Okay, not hard. There's one suite on the boat that's a little bit larger and fancier than the rest, and you think that's probably where he's staying.
Okay, I'm gonna stick. Does it sound like he's inside?
Give me a listen roll.
All right, I think I'm good at that. It's average. Ooh, that's a 13. That's a hard success.
Okay, so as you're sitting here with your ear pressed against the door, you do hear some shuffling in the room. It sounds like clothes rustling.
I hate storytellers that say it like that because I know me as a character now. I'm gonna knock and then kind of lean up against the edge of the door so that when he opens it, I'm sitting there holding 2 drinks in front of him.
Oh boy.
Okay, you hear just a moment, and you hear kind of the clicks of something closing. And then the door, you hear the lock and lock, and the door swings open, and Isel peeks his head out, and his eyes kind of go up and down you quickly, and then move to the drinks, and he goes, Josephine. Hello, right, yes, we were supposed to have a drink. Yes,
Nightcap,
hello.
darling?
Yes. He kind of looks down. He's already in pajamas. But he'll open the door and say, yes, please come in.
Oh, how kind of you. And I'll hand him the drink and I'll walk past him into the room.
Okay, it's quite a nice room. Not too much bigger than your own, but enough that you can see that the bed is definitely king-sized and has kind of the fancy 4 posts, and he's got a large wardrobe and kind of like a seated desk with a nice chair by it. And he has what looks like a large trunk leaned up against the wall.
I'm gonna go up to a side table and just kind of lean up against it and hold my drink out and say, "Cheers, darling."
Cheers. What have you been up to, Josephine? It's been a while since I've seen you.
Yeah, it's been quite a while, darling. I've just been having a ball, hanging out, meeting people. It's been a while since you've come calling.
Yeah. Well, I
You haven't forgotten about little old me.
Oh, of course not. You're unforgettable. And he'll raise his glass and take a sip. No, I haven't needed something stolen in a while.
Well, I mean, I got other talents that I'm sure you've heard all about, but it seems like you got other people handling your business these days.
Oh, well, connections are how I do my business. But I've never forgotten you. And he'll kind of take a few steps towards you as though he kind of wants to stay friendly, but he doesn't really want to push anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna reciprocate, but coyly. Gotta keep him wanting more.
All right. He'll take another few sips of his drink. So what work have you been doing lately?
I mean, it's hard for a girl like me out there if they don't got the right connections. And, you and I had such a good relationship. I just haven't found quite something that's the same since you've gone and made other company to, find your little artifacts and whatnot.
Oh, Josephine. And he'll like reach out and put like a hand on your shoulder.
I look down a little bit.
Are you struggling, dear? I thought you were throwing those lavish parties. I thought you were doing all right.
I mean, a girl doesn't like to talk about her financials, but
No, of
with-
course not. How rude of me. I apologize. Your father and I, we were so close. If you ever need help, just say the word.
I'm gonna like look him dead in the eyes, and it's like, oh, you're such a sweetheart. It's always nice to have you around.
Oh, you're too kind to me.
And I'm gonna give him a little peck on the cheek, just a little peck on the cheek.
He'll blush just a little bit, and he'll kind of look to his drink and kind of back at you and say, "Well, I was just about to go to bed, but it was so lovely to catch up. And really, darling, if you need anything, I will absolutely help."
How close do you think that Josephine could get to fade to black in this situation?
If you give me a charm roll.
I will do a charm roll.
Fade to black. Fade to black.
We hit $700.
I am going to spend 31 of my luck to make this happen.
Oh my
My gosh.
You
Ooh,
can
that's
die
a-
later.
I'm sure I won't need it later.
That is
I'm
a
getting
big
getting
luck
lucky.
spending.
I'm getting
Get it out now. I mean, get it out now. We could die later.
All right. Okay. What is that? Is that a normal success or a hard success?
That's just a normal success if I spend 31 luck.
Oh my. Okay.
You're spending 31 luck to make a success?
I am doing 31 luck to make
They're
success.
spending luck
You
to
have-
get lucky.
Do you
Okay.
want to say something to me?
Can't you push your luck instead?
I
think you
would-
can only push your luck in a pose.
Oh, right. If this is, yeah, okay.
Oh no, it's not an
The other
oppose.
way. But I
No,
think
you-
I think Halie might be opposing it.
Yeah. Okay. So
Damn it.
he is opposing it. Just so you know.
I'm
And also, you can push a roll if you describe to me how you would like to re-roll it, and it will. If you get a better success, then it will happen. But if you fail a second time, something really awful will happen.
okay. I will keep. We are on the front page, so I will keep it as. But I think the little strap on the back of my dress that keeps it up will not be there with a sleight of hand,
Ooh.
and that will be
Okay.
me pushing my luck.
That's you pushing the roll. Okay, roll again.
Just standing there stark naked. Was it worth it? It's 100 again, isn't it?
I mean, the first one was 85, and I have 50 charm, and the second one was 83.
Ah!
Oh.
Now
I
you're
just-
naked.
This is like what is that movie? You know, all of a sudden you've got whipped cream covering your body parts.
Okay.
I mean, let's be real. Him mentioning having a friendship with my dad did not help this situation.
No. So, and to be clear, you did just unhook your dress, correct?
Correct. Yes, this
Okay.
is the correct statement that you have made.
As soon as your dress falls, Isel drops his drink and covers his eyes and turns away and pulls the blanket off the bed and kind of covers you. It's like, oh, Josephine, I didn't mean. Very inappropriate. He's not looking at you. He's just got the blanket held up. I think perhaps you should get your dress fixed.
Absolute travesty. Utterly embarrassed. I will, unable to hold my composure, I will just run out of the room. grab my dress and run out of the room.
Okay, and do you run into your own room? Or
Yes,
okay.
I have been caught sneaking around. Did not get lucky. This has been a terrible night for me.
Oh, poor Josephine.
Now, just
Okay.
I feel bad
So-
for Josephine now.
question: was pushing my luck in lieu of spending the luck points?
Yes, no,
Okay.
you don't spend luck when you push it. You push the roll, yeah. Okay.
Oh boy.
I'm going to bed. This is awful.
All right, so I believe it's just John now still up on deck. Penny
Yeah,
went down?
and John's going to, grab probably a nice glass decanter and just walk to his room with it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna hide it. I'm literally just walking. I might turn around and look over at Marguerite and give her a little wink and then walk away.
All right. You see that she smiles as you walk away, and you head downstairs. And you rolled what? A hard success on your charm?
Correct.
Okay, so 15 minutes later, you will in fact hear a knock on your door.
I now am in fact having a drink. I am actually
Okay.
drinking. Now that I am in the comforts of my own room, my plan is to not go out for the rest of the evening.
Yes.
I have my coat off and I'm just wearing my suspenders are hanging off to the side. My button-down t-shirt is out of my pants, but I'm still wearing it. Maybe the top button undone. And I and
Got some Brendan
I-
Fraser going on here from the Mummy. Hello.
Ooh.
look,
The whole cast.
sexy is
The whole
sexy
cast.
for a reason. All right. And I have I have two glasses that I'm holding as I open the door.
Oh, she'll her eyes definitely go down to your unbuttoned shirt and then back up.
As soon as I see them go up, I reach out and I hand her the other glass.
Oh, thank you.
Come in. And I move out of the way to let her in.
Yeah, she'll come in, sipping on the drink.
After she walks in, I just and close the door.
And I think it's. Would you like to have a conversation, or are we going to fade to black?
I think we have spent so much time on this night before the action. I think that maybe just a simple roll will work. How does that sound?
Beautiful. Yes. Give me another charm.
Kelly is so mad.
Why is Kelly? Oh, Kelly's mad. Okay, so Kelly, would you like to be super mad now?
Give it to me.
Give it to
It's
me.
It's an extreme success.
I simply cannot believe it.
I rolled a 4.
Travesty.
I rolled a 4.
Ooh. You close the door, it fades to black, and you have a wonderful night.
I am getting plastered in my room tonight. I simply cannot believe it.
I would like to say we have hit $700 on our goal. As the lights are fading to black, I would like to the narrator voice comes in. We have hit $700 on our goal. We currently have 900 people in here watching right now. So I think we can hit 1,000. I think it's possible for us to hit 1,000. So let's see if everyone that's in here, if you can, please donate. If you can, if you can't, please share and let other people know that yes, we are playing a fun and wonderful game, but we're also trying to raise money for a very, very important cause. So please see if you can donate. I think. What do you think? If we can hit 800. Why don't we do our next giveaway? How about that?
Yeah. And I'll just
Cool.
say, like, while we're here, WAVA serves all people who experience sexual violence, regardless of gender. If they're trans, if they're non-binary, if they're two-spirit, if they are a cis or a trans woman, WAVA is there to help them. We do hospital accompaniment services, police accompaniment, court accompaniment. Every step of the way, WAVA is there to support survivors. And right now, our wait list for one-on-one counseling is over 2 years long. There are 279 survivors right now waiting to be receiving one-on-one counseling. $35 is 1 hour of counseling. You can help us bring that wait list down. We want to hire another counselor, which is why we're doing Streaming for Survivors in the first place. Please, if you have any funds at all, $5, $1. You can donate $1 on Tiltify. There are so many of you. We could hit our goal. We could help so many people. Okay, back to the fun stuff.
Okay.
Anyone else hot and
Alright.
bothered in it right now?
Yes!
I am
Oh my
so
gosh!
upset.
Saucy!
Kelly's bothered. The rest of us are hot. So
Consent 100% matters, so I will take my licks. But the roll,
Apparently
the
you won't.
roll.
Apparently you won't.
All right. So everyone heads to bed, lays down for a nice nap, and hopefully a full night's sleep. I would like all of you to please roll luck for me.
Ooh.
You gotta be kidding me.
I don't. Oh, my luck is high. Okay, this is good.
I
I'm
don't
still
even.
seven.
I don't even. I didn't put anything down for luck. What is my luck supposed to be at?
Mine's
God.
75.
I think you have to roll for it.
Oh,
Luck
yeah,
is
right.
3d6 times 5, I believe.
All right. I'm gonna do that right now.
I got
Me
a
too.
21, which is a
Wow.
hard success. The luck one doesn't have like the halves.
Yeah, I
know.
think you either succeed or you don't,
cool.
basically.
I succeeded.
Why
63.
couldn't I have rolled that last night?
Okay, my luck's not that great. I have a 40.
Okay, that's pretty standard.
I rolled an 80. So
All right.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
I've got a
Getting
35,
attacked by a
so I'm not
shag
doing so well. Come on. Nope, I got
I'm
30.
sleeping so good, guys.
Okay. All right. So most of you do have a very nice, relaxed sleep. John, partway through the night, you do wake up to a strange sound. You hear a kind of
I look over to see if Marguerite is still there.
she's still there, passed out blissfully.
You had to add that.
It was an extreme success, okay?
I look over at her and I look around the room, and I remove the covers and I walk to the bathroom.
Okay. So as you're leaving your room, everything's
Oh, is it
Dark.
not in? Is it not in the room? Because I'm
it's
naked.
not in your room.
Okay, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm my
Do
apologies. I'm thinking current cruise liners, not like
Yeah.
cruise lines.
Chat, donate, and then he'll have to do it.
Yeah, so I get up, I sit on the edge of the bed and just I'm quiet. I listen to the sounds around me.
Okay, give me a listen roll.
Oh God, listen is really bad. Oh, that's not bad at all. I rolled a 7,
Okay, that's great.
which is a
I-
hard success.
Okay. Yeah, so you sit up for a moment and listen, and you can kind of hear the creaks of the boat rocking gently. And again, you hear a little bit fainter this time. And because you got a hard success, you think it's coming from outside of the boat.
Outside?
Yes, like you think you're hearing this from like it sounds like almost like something kind of brushing up against the boat.
I look over and I grab my pants and put my pants on and just my pants. and slip on my shoes, and I walk out. I still put my suspenders on though, so
Hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It is pitch black. You all do have a lantern in your room for nighttime situations once they kind of shut the boat down. Would you like to bring that with you?
100%.
All right. So you grab the lantern and let me just... Nope, sleeping blissfully. All right. Yeah, you grab the lantern and you head out of your room where the dark hallway awaits you.
I would like to head to the closest I can get to outside.
Okay.
Fastest route.
There is a small deck on this floor. You assume for smoking because it was quite popular in the time.
Mhm.
So you can head out onto deck if you'd like.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to do that and just kind of look around and see if, I don't know, maybe we're rubbing up against something. I don't know.
Sure. So you head outside and it's quite cold, especially you're just in your trousers. There's a pretty solid wind over the water and it's very dark. You can see a little bit from the moonlight and you can hear the waves gently rocking against the boat. Could you please give me a spot hidden as you kind of look over the railing?
81. So it's a failure.
Okay. Yeah, so you peer out and hold up your lantern a bit and look around, and there doesn't seem to be anything. You're still out on open ocean. The water seems calm.
Must have been a fluke. And I walk back to my room.
All right. And you have a peaceful rest of your night. Okay, so the morning comes, and for the most part, you feel fairly well rested after a good night's meal and drink and some other shenanigans. You've all been asked to attend the diving event that you know starts around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Before that, you are served a hearty pancake breakfast. If there's anything you guys would like to do before the event, you can. Otherwise, we can speed on over to it.
I ask for the most Irish coffee that I can get.
Drowning your sorrows.
Yes. I had one mission on this boat and I failed it, so I'm getting day drunk.
You do notice Isel completely avoids looking at you the entire morning.
I simply do not. I'm hanging out with these three now. I've conceded.
All right. Anything else?
And actually, Penny is quite the stick frame-wise, but she definitely goes back a few more times for a nice, healthy, hearty stack of pancakes because girl likes to eat.
Yeah, they are good pancakes.
They're really good pancakes.
All right. So when you're all ready, you head out to the main deck, the same one that John and Lucille had ventured onto the other night. And you see...
do John or Penny, do either of you tell us that the appraisal didn't even go down? Like, she doesn't even know what she saw?
I'm not. Actually, would we have wanted to gather then? Would we have wanted to gather? Because
no, it's just
I imagine. Okay, so
Penny's not either unless she's asked.
Keeper, correct me if I'm wrong, but from my experiences with cruise liners, like you're assigned a table. So like if your breakfast, lunch, and dinner are at that specific table. So I imagine all of us would be, since we were assigned a table for dinner, we would have breakfast together.
Yeah, you guys are free to mingle, but it seems like everyone else is kind of sticking to their other tables as well.
Yeah.
So kind of socially, yeah, you would probably stick to your table.
I'm having an actor's breakfast, which is coffee and cigarettes.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. While all of you can have wonderful pancakes.
I'll join you. I've got Irish coffee and I'm smoking can I borrow one of those?
Oh yes, of course. And I open up my little wallet of cigarettes.
Like my fourth plate. Does anyone want one? I feel like a pig.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Lucille's just slowly eating this one.
I am waiting for John to light my cigarette for me.
Oh, 100%. Oh yeah, I let you pull a cigarette out, and it's one of those fancy things that like the lighter lives inside of it. So like I pull it out and I light it, and I look at Lucille. After you went off to bed, I had a lovely conversation last night. You wouldn't happen to have been the person that flew Easel around for this last object or the first object that he mentioned? Were you?
And she thinks hard for a moment. Keeper, was I?
You would have, in fact,
shit!
flown him down to Brazil. He probably wouldn't have told you much about it. He frequently calls you and says,
Yeah,
"Oh, I need to fly in the next hour," and you're like, "All right."
don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes, Brazil is quite nice that time of year. It was a lovely, very quick trip.
You wouldn't have happened to see the object, would you have?
Oh, no, but that isn't unusual in and of itself. He's a very private man.
Real private, I hear.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just so curious. The conversation I ended up having last night, it went to be appraised, and the appraiser didn't have the ability to appraise it. I just thought that was
just odd.
Yeah.
Got an appraiser that doesn't know how to appraise things. Got a diver that doesn't know what feet are. Seems like he's really getting the cream of the crop around here.
That's not usual for him. He does hire the best of the best normally.
Normally.
I look at the rest of us and I go, or are we just as they are? And we just think we're better than that.
I certainly don't think I'm better than anybody. Mm-mm.
Well, I do.
Good for you, Lucille. I just get a whole
I know
mouthful.
my worth.
I do too, but apparently he doesn't keep the strongest people around. But I will say the appraiser is wonderful at her work from my experience.
Oh, did she give you a full rundown of what she was able to do?
Yes, we had a wonderful conversation.
But then perhaps it's the object itself then.
I mean, it's weird that they'd be looking for something around here. I hear ships go down all the time. Apparently, real shallow up in here, and I kind of look at Penny.
Maybe 200 feet makes sense.
Maybe it does.
Well, I figured let's get to this thing, right?
Yeah, let's
Penny, are you done with your pancakes?
One last mouthful. I'm good.
I put my cigarette out in my uneaten pancakes and pick up my coffee.
All right.
Lucille, can I help you get there? And I put my arm out for Lucille.
Oh, thank you, darling. Of course.
I've got Lucille on one arm and a cigarette in the other.
Amazing.
As Penny does get up though, and with one final swallow, she does actually catch up to Josephine. Miss Chase, I want to apologize for last night. I was quite unladylike last night, and I do want to fully apologize. And I assume that the four of us all together will be working together. So I want this to be as easily as possible.
Water off a duck's back, I'm sure. Listen, I'm sure that Azel's told us a whole lot of things to get us here, and that man seems to know his way around a few words, so let's just see what he's got in store. Once this thing comes out of the water, maybe we can leave.
Maybe I'll make a better appraisal of it.
Sure.
And she looks actually genuine, like...
Oh, I'm sure. I'm just not having anything right now.
No good, very bad day. All right.
I'm sorry, walking out. Are you okay?
When you're all ready, you head out to the main deck, where you can see Isel standing next to Bastian. The diver's already wearing a peculiar device strapped to his chest. He has some sort of large oval mask resting on his forehead. the ship has come to a complete stop, and you think it's been anchored temporarily into place. The additional contraption that John and Lucille had seen at night, the kind of big spool-like thing, is installed as well, and the cord has been unwound so that a kind of harness is attached to Bastian as well. So he's got kind of a tank sitting on his front and his mask, and he's got the cord wrapped around him. Hilderoy steps forward, raising his hands in the air to get everyone's attention. Friends, I am so delighted that you are all here to witness history in the making. According to my records, we should be right over the location of a sunken ship rumored to be carrying a similar artifact to my own. I've been assured that it is still down there. But just so you all know what we're looking for, he kind of trails off and turns to a server who is walking quickly towards him. And the server kind of has an awkwardly balanced platter with one of those kind of fancy tops on it. So when he gets over, Hilderoy kind of motions and the server takes off the top. And you can see him pick up a very strange, deep green rock, you think. One edge is kind of circled out, but the other edge kind of has a strange, jagged pattern. So you immediately realize why Hilderoy thinks that it's only a piece of something. Brilliant, isn't it? He turns to Bastian and kind of gives a salute with the hand that's not currently holding his artifact. Good sir, you have 4 hours to make history. The best of luck to you. Bastian kind of gives a look to the rock and adjusts his screen down and gives a nod. And then he heads to the edge of the deck where there's one of those like iron rung ladders. And he carefully starts climbing down. You can see that this ladder does connect to the other lower kind of decks as well. And he goes all the way down slowly, carefully climbing down into the water. As he's kind of floating there, he goes slowly, carefully climbing down into the water. As he's kind of floating there, he gives you all one last wave of a hand and then slowly descends downwards. So Hilderoy turns back to all of you and clasps his hands together, a feat only possible once he has again set down the artifact. The poor server is like trying to balance it.
Lucille like immediately starts to clap like this is it.
I'm watching the server to see if I can maybe steal that at some point.
All right. As you start clapping, like Isel beams at you like, yes, this is exactly how you should all be responding. And he says, while we wait, I have prepared lunch for drink and revelry. Please do make yourselves comfortable. I must go speak with the captain, but I will be back before our French friend beneath the waves. Please enjoy. And he's going to hurry off with the server tottering after him.
Were we able to get a good look of that piece of that artifact?
You got a pretty good look. So if you would like to give an occult roll now.
Absolutely.
Ooh. Should we all do it?
Yeah, if anyone else wants to dabble in the occult, you are welcome to roll.
Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got 14, and it's a 70%.
So that's a hard or an extreme success?
Well, this is the difference. I can't find it.
Oh,
I don't have it handy. So.
Right beside occult where it says 70, there are 2 smaller numbers.
Oh, yeah?
Is it beneath both of them or one of them?
It's the 14. One of the numbers is 14.
So your lowest number is 14, correct?
Yes.
And that's what you rolled?
Yes.
Okay, so that's an extreme success.
Woo!
So from what you've seen of the artifact and all of your knowledge running your store, yeah, this is definitely something kind of strange and occulty. You've never seen anything like it before. But from what you can tell, something about the way that there was kind of like etchings on it, not any language, that you recognize, but you think that it is some kind of pattern that must connect to something else. So you definitely get the sense that this is something really strange and abnormal.
Penny kind of mutters under her breath, but just within, like, if she's near Josephine, loud enough for it's not even to her. It's just, wish I could get a better look at those etchings.
How big was it?
It was like if you had like a normal dinner plate and you cut it into thirds, it looked like about the size of a third of a dinner plate.
Okay, so if you had to compare it to other things around this area, would like a breakfast plate be about the same size as this thing?
It would be close. It wouldn't be the same shape, but it would be around.
What about like a yogurt bowl?
Yeah.
This is so
Very specific.
Yeah.
Because if there is any of these, if I can find something around that I think would emulate some of the like discomfort that the server is having, I think I'm going to try to make a hot swap.
Okay, yeah. The server, like, they are quickly walking away towards the stairs, so you'll have to get him to pause if you want to try this.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. Is there any like cutlery around me at all? Or I guess I'm gonna just use my cup that I've been drinking coffee out of bucket.
Okay. Yep.
And I'm gonna go up to him, and I'm gonna kind of like run up to him and pat him on the back. Where can I find more of these?
The cup?
Well, there was something in it. Can you get me another drink?
Oh, I have to follow Mr. Hilderoy. You can see, like, he hasn't really stopped walking, and Isol is kind of glancing back at the two of you, like, what the...
Okay.
And Isol looks extremely uncomfortable that you're so close.
I mean, that's what I'm hoping, is that he doesn't want to look at me.
Yeah, he seems very unnerved.
Okay. I'm going to try to turn around, and when I do, I'm going to try to trip the server. And if he drops the tray, I'm going to try to like take like hot swap it and put the thing back on and like try to help him pick everything up.
Okay. Why don't you give me...
I swear to God.
I guess that would probably be a dex roll, just to see how you can kind of get in and trip him.
Hell yeah. No way I can fail this, I say. May I? Okay, fuck. So I got an 85 on my dex, and I roll an 89 on this year.
Oh. This you could spend 4 luck on.
This would be a good situation to spend some luck.
Let's do a solid 19 to make it a clean 70.
Okay.
Because I know that this kid probably rolled as well.
All right. They are like the combat rolls and successes and stuff. It's just by success. So
I thought it was like by amount comparable to the person doing it. Okay,
yeah,
then I'll just spend,
if you succeed, then yeah.
I'll just spend
right.
4 or 4. Do you have to be under your number, or can you hit your number?
Just hit your number.
Okay, and I'll do 4.
Okay, so you succeed, and as you're turning, just the back of your foot just hits the front of his foot in the right way, that he kind of tries to avoid you and half steps and then tumbles to the ground. And the platter clatters down, and Isol goes, "Oh!" And he leaps forward towards where the platter and the artifact have fallen.
Do I think I can make it look like the artifact didn't spill out and I instead caught the thing? I'm asking a whole lot.
It's going to be rough. You can give me one more dex check to see if you could have caught it before it fell.
Okay. Historically, I've been rolling great.
Yeah,
so
it'll be fine.
I'm very excited for this. Okay, that's a 64. That's a
Okay.
success.
Is that just a success?
Yeah, it's not a hard success. It's just a success.
Okay. Yeah, as it's going down, one of your hands does hit the platter, but it's not quite enough to catch it.
Okay, but I'm just
So it still falls, and
we're bailing again. I'm just like, oh, sorry, I've had a few too many of these, and I'm just gonna fucking walk away and just start mumbling.
Isol is just staring after you, like horrified, and he like carefully picks up the artifact and looks at it. And once he thinks that it's okay, he like kind of clutches it close to him as they head onward.
I'm just gonna go up to the group and be like, couldn't get another drink.
Maybe you shouldn't.
Maybe I shouldn't.
Do you need to borrow my cane? And she like gestures it over to you.
I'm gonna go talk to another group of people.
No, that was genuine.
No, I'll say that, but I'll just stand there and just like you just heat emanating up of me.
Okay, so on the deck right now, you have servers that have been putting out plates of kind of like tiny little like finger sandwiches and stuff, and lots more drinks on that table that was out there. It's been nicely set up for all of you, and the gramophone has been pushed out, and it seems like this is another opportunity just to, enjoy, sit back, relax, have a good night.
I'm gonna shoot my shot again. No. I think I'm gonna sit next to John and just kind of like, if you're just chilling, I think I'm just gonna be smoke buddies with you.
I'm staying very close to Penny and Lucille. I'm keeping Lucille up so she doesn't need the cane. So if you need it, I lean over to Penny though, and I go, do you notice anything particularly curious about that object? Like, why exactly?
The object under the dish dome? Absolutely, that is something, but I just can't seem to put my finger on it. It's very, very old. I just wish I could just have seen those etchings better. Maybe that's only a fragment of it. I'm not sure if it would be the whole thing, but I'm fascinated, intrigued, and just partially irked, pardon my language.
Would it be helpful if I got you up front to look at this?
Absolutely. I mean, she also has her little pouch with her as well, and she kind of pads in just so I can get a quick look sketch of it, and
sure,
or even just pencil trace the etchings, what I can anyways.
Lucille, do you mind? I'm going to see if Penny and I can go take a closer look.
Not at all. And she like puts her hand out on the railing and just looks over at where the man went down into the water.
I let go of my arm and I take your hand and I give it a soft kiss, and I turn and look at Penny and go, let's see what we can manage.
Such a gentleman.
I slump on the railing next to Lucille and just sit there smoking.
I actually kind of like, if Lucille is looking towards Penny's direction, he just kind of grins and just slightly winks, but it looks very awkward when Penny does it. He's like, ooh.
Okay, so you two are gonna try to follow where Isol is going?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow because he's taking the thing away, correct?
Yes, yeah. They kind of headed quickly inside towards the dining area. If you move fast, you can probably catch a glimpse of them heading up the stairs.
Yeah, so we're booking it. We're definitely not trying to be stealthy about it. We're trying to get up there because John's going to be leaning very hard on his charm once he gets there. So getting there in a rush doesn't really bother him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys probably will catch up to them just as Isol's opening the door into what you think is the... Oh God, I'm blanking on the name. The bridge. There we go. I know boat terms. As you get out onto the bridge.
Easel, my boy, Easel.
Oh, John. the stairs are a little cramped, so he kind of has to crane and look at you from over the server's shoulder.
Yeah. Oh, one quick moment, if you don't mind.
Oh, yes. Well,
No, let's go right in the bridge. Go. I'll follow you through.
yes, quite. And he'll walk in, and as you guys walk in, you can see that the captain is kind of standing with one arm up against the wheel. He kind of glances back at all of you, just hard-gazed, unimpressed. And Isel kind of comes in. He's like, yes, Captain Ron. I just wanted to show you the artifact so that you knew the importance of this whole journey. I just want to say thank you again. This is John and Penny.
Nice to meet you. Do you smoke, sir?
The
You
captain.
got a nice boat.
Yeah,
I
the
said-
captain. The captain will kind of look you up and down. He's a pretty gruff man. He's got a large, kind of grubby leather-looking jacket on and a nice little cap. And he's got it seems like kind of like darker red hair, but there's streaks of kind of white and gray in it. And he kind of gives you a nod, like, aye.
I've got something for you, and I would like to pull out a cigar.
Okay.
And I go, I walk over. I just want to thank you for the hard work that you're doing here, and I'd like to hand it to him and go. And I would actually like to put it in like his pocket and just give it a little tap. You're doing a great job. And then I would like to turn and look at Easel. Easel, yes, I was wondering if Penny and I could take a look at that. We couldn't see it from quite a distance away, and we were just wondering if we could just take a closer look. I find it very interesting. I remember seeing something like this, and I would like to use fast talk to
Okay.
try and create a diversion and just kind of talk his ear off about past shows that I've done and stuff like that, so that Penny can get an allotment of time in which she needs to start looking over that object.
For sure. Yeah, give me a fast talk roll.
Okay. It is a success, but it is a success by 2. So at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
It's still a success.
Exactly.
Still great. Okay. All right. So like Isel seems to be listening to you, but perhaps not as closely as you'd like. He seems to kind of his eyes zone out a little bit. But he seems quite fine to kind of hold it out and let you guys look at it. And Penny, you are able to get a nice close-up look of this artifact.
Cool. I'm going to focus on those etchings.
Okay.
And actually, instead of doing a trace of it, because I was going to do like the quick, if I had to do it quickly, she's actually just going to take time to note them down properly in her book.
No problem. Would you like to give me an appraisal roll?
Sure.
While you do this, I would like to point out that we currently have around 5,800 people in here right now watching us. And I would just like to point everyone to head down and take a look at the donations. Shar, if you don't mind just taking just a few moments to talk a little bit about that.
No, for sure. We're supporting WAVA Rape Crisis Center right now. Even if you only donate $5, you're supporting survivors of sexualized violence, allowing them to get to and from their free therapy session also for free, so that their entire counseling session is free. But WAVA supports trans, non-binary, two-spirit, cis and trans women, survivors of sexualized violence. We support survivors from across the globe on our nationwide crisis line, which is free of charge, and your donations today will be funding that. $35 provides an hour of support on our crisis line for free. And we are just so grateful for everyone tuning in to watch. If you can donate, that's fantastic. If you can't, we totally understand, but spreading the word is also a great way to help us achieve our goal. We're trying to raise $10,000 overall across all the different streamers participating in Streaming for Survivors in order to hire another counselor for WAVA, because right now survivors of sexualized violence have a 2-year wait list to be receiving the free counseling.
Wonderful. Sorry about that. Just wanted to take this opportunity.
No, it's good.
It's wonderful.
Keeper, go
Oh.
for it.
6,000 people now, so they all heard it.
Yeah. Donate, please.
Amazing. Yes.
You're all
So,
changing lives.
$1 each.
So praise is 60. I'm gonna give you some
Okay.
numbers. Praise is 60. Hard success is 30.
Yes.
Extreme success is 12. I rolled a 4.
Ooh.
Hey.
All right.
Ah,
Okay.
yeah.
And that's probably all the high rolls I'll get today.
No, don't say that, because now you'll get a bunch of high rolls in her.
I am saying it.
The opposite of the Kelly curse.
Okay, so you get a good long time to sit here and look at this, and with all your experience dealing with kind of stranger occult things and symbols and stuff, looking closely at this, you actually do think you've seen something similar to these etchings before. It was a long time ago, and it actually was an artifact that Isel purchased from you, a true artifact. And this other artifact that you saw was kind of a very small, almost, you thought maybe it was a pendant. And it had kind of a strange etching in it that you think matches what's on this disc.
Isel, doesn't this remind you of the talisman that you bought a while ago?
He
If
kind of,
Isel is still in the room.
yeah, he kind of blinks a few times, like looking from John over to you, like, oh, sorry, Penny, which one?
These are, I'm referring to the artifact, of course. These are very similar to a talisman that you had bought a while ago. Very old, very ancient text. I'm having a hard time placing it, but it seems like those two are possibly related.
Yeah, he'll bend down and he'll be like, by George, you're right. Yeah, that I think I gave it as a gift to someone. Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, I shouldn't have done that.
Probably not. That would have probably been either. Is the talisman integral? Would you say from what I got? Anyway, tell.
You don't get the sense that there's any way the talisman would have fit into this disc. Like you don't think they're necessarily inherently connected. You just recognize some of the etchings look very similar.
I guess to clarify, Isel, that it's the two of them are connected just by type of occult that they are attached to, more than that the two are one and the same or connected in any way physically. There's just that similarity. Let me clarify.
Oh, that's very interesting. Well, perhaps I will have to get in contact with them again. See if there's more connection here.
Absolutely.
That's very bizarre. I mean, I found documents on this other piece that I thought might be related to this. But a talisman, that would be a better lead, don't you think? Perhaps it will show us to more fragments.
Again, if there was some sort of relation, I mean, probably the fact that they're similar age, maybe, but it's worth retrieving. And it's probably not integral to this dig at the moment.
As you're talking, the captain has taken out the cigar and he's smoking it, and he goes, "Yeah, it's a great talisman, but y'all have to stay in here."
Yes.
I turn and look at him and go, "Do you know where I got that cigar? It's actually quite a funny story." And I move over to him and I start talking to him. I want to make sure Penny has as much time as she needs and wants, that I will talk the ear off of anyone and anywhere.
Please give me another fast talk roll.
No, I rolled a 74. That's a failure.
Okay. The captain just stares at you and then puffs smoke like directly into your face as you're talking. He's like, look, just I need to work here, you know?
I gotcha. You've got to keep your eye on the sea. Don't mind us. We'll just be back here and, chatting away.
Mr. Fairbanks, I believe I have all I needed. Miss Isel, is there any way I may divert your attention and walk around to discuss more privately?
We absolutely can head out, Captain. Sorry, just wanted to show you. But if all's well, yes, let's go. And he'll kind of head down the stairs.
Penny will follow.
Okay.
I follow as well.
All right. Yeah. As you're walking down,
over her shoulder up to John, is just like.
As you're walking down, Isa will kind of send the server away because he's just kind of holding the artifact still, and he'll say, "Oh, shall we join the festivities?"
Oh, why not? I wanted to share any thoughts I had. Is there any other information related to this that you're able to share that I can decipher? I'm hooked. I'm fascinated. As is, I'm sure, your intent for this holiday.
Give me a charm roll.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Somebody pray for me.
Great Cthulhu.
Ooh, 10. The charm is 15.
Okay. He'll kind of
Hot rolls.
He'll kind of look at you and
not.
He does
I'm still
smile
salty.
very sweetly and sort of bats her eyes.
he'll look at you and he'll say,
I'm like, Father, just like, really, Daddy dearest?
yes, well, I suppose we can talk a little bit more. Would the two of you like to accompany me downstairs? I mean, I have to put this away if we're going to be out drinking and such.
Oh, please allow me to help.
All right. He'll kind of motion to the two of you to follow him if you'd like. While this is going on, are Luculle and Josephine up to anything?
And it's like, as you cut away to us, I'm in mid-conversation. And I heard that this charity drive, they were just $30 away from their giveaway for a Cortex RPG book. It's fantastic. These survivors really need our support.
I think Granny might be sundown.
It's midday.
I like dead silent for a while, and then I'm like, Isel tried to bone down last night with me.
Tell me more, you saucy minx.
I mean, I went for a nightcap, and we started talking, and I was just trying to catch up old times, and
I saw you two at that dinner, flashing eyes at each other. The room was hot.
yeah. But I'm not that kind of gal. I had to turn him down. He's been a bit shifty lately since I had to tell him no. And
you took my advice about leaving something to the imagination.
oh yeah. Now he wants an extra taste, but gotta keep him guessing.
Where did that Isel get off to with that artifact? They've been gone for quite a bit.
I don't know. I think I'm guessing this thing's just a whole bunch of hot air. I think they're gonna get down there. They're not gonna find nothing. It's just some cigarettes. Tobacco ship or something from good old days, and probably just trying to get a few friends out here to what's the word? What is the word for during the Prohibition when they would sell liquor? Under
Smuggle?
yeah, sure.
Bootleg.
Oh, yeah.
Just trying to bootleg something out here. I was a bootlegger for a while. Also,
Really?
storyteller, all of this is a lie. FYI. Just in case it comes up later.
Luculle is just drinking in every word.
If Luculle wants to, you can roll to see if you believe it. But if not, you're just blissfully listening to this beautiful gossip.
Honestly, yeah, she wouldn't have a reason to think that she was lying, so why not?
I kind of feel like that this is just my own thing that makes me giggle. Just Lucille's making like the oh yes, indubitably, just to degree, and she just like checked out like halfway through.
Oh yeah, but if Lucille's like paying attention, like I'll start like picking up on her and like just start throwing in like hotter and hotter action. It's like, yeah, we were smuggling some whiskey, and the feds got word of us, so we had a car chase in the middle of Manhattan.
I do love a good adventure. My chases normally take place in the air. Also, I heard that the giveaway was happening, so make sure you check in the chat for what
oh yeah, we
the
had
command is.
we had something like $800 in our car.
Yay!
Yay! Yeah, and I just spin a yarn for this kind old lady.
Are you a fan of snakes? I'll ask that in character. Are you a fan of snakes?
I mean, yeah, why not? They seem relatively harmless as long as they're not trying to bite. Used to hunt rattlers with my dad out in the farm.
Oh, lovely. She like transfers Simon to the other arm. I am an animal lover myself, and well, maybe no more rattler talk.
Oh, I mean, we had animals on the farm. I got to milk them. I got to shear them, and you know, when we needed bacon during the winter, had to do a few other things.
Smoke them.
She just stares like directly to the ocean, like closed up.
This also is not true. My a little behind the scenes, my character is a compulsive liar. That was one of the things that I grabbed making this character.
So a little thing. If you would like to win our giveaway, you're going to put exclamation point fast talk.
Ooh, fast talk.
Fast talk.
Nice. Okay. So Penny and John, are you both going to follow Isel down to his room?
Penny certainly is.
I'm following Penny.
Okay. So Isel will head downwards, go into his room, and again, like previously described, big four-post bed and nice wardrobe. The room seems a little bit nicer than yours, but not overly nice. And Isel reaches out kind of under his bed and pulls out a rather large trunk. And he kind of stands it up sideways and swings it open. And you see this is just a very fancy travel trunk. He's got a couple of fancy shirts hanging on one side and a couple different pairs of pants and shoes tucked carefully into compartments. On the other side, he has a series of books and a bunch of other compartments. And he pulls one out and he puts the artifact in there and kind of shoves it back in. And then he'll turn to Penny and say, what about the artifact did you want to talk about? You just want to know more?
Oh, well, I just want to know more if there's any more files or information on what you're looking for. In fact, what is it exactly you're looking for, Isel?
Well, as you know, and he'll kind of lean in, Margaret, she's quite good at appraisal, and even she didn't know what this was, and I love that kind of stuff. I think it's fascinating. I think we have a brilliant, unique piece here, and I want the whole set. So, it's odd. I stumbled upon this in Brazil. I didn't even go looking for it. How wild is that? We found some sort of I guess you might call it a temple. It was very small, broken down, but it was just tucked away in just a wooden crate there. Very odd, not expecting to find anything like that. Certainly not there. But there it was. And I did some research, and it just so happened that one of the locals was able to tell me a little bit more about it, and I caught a few lines here and there, and I found out that a similar thing had been rumored to have been on board a ship that did indeed sink here several years ago.
Would you say
What-
that this artifact may be called upon you? Stumbling upon something like this is interesting, especially such connections involved with everything. Do you feel attached to it? I've heard these things could have curses. And I
He's
look at
gonna-
Penny like, I know what I'm talking about.
He's gonna like point a finger, like, yes, exactly. I think I was meant to have these. You know, I mean, I don't know about curses, but I definitely think that someone of my stature deserves to have such a unique piece in his collection.
Hmm.
He could have had this unique piece in his collection.
I look over to John, and I'm just like, John. Normally, in properties such as these, the removal of this from its ancient location, ceremoniously or even unceremoniously, packaged in a crate or some form of crypt or tomb by an unsuspecting individual, that's usually when a curse tends to be released, is it not?
Seems like it.
Oh, I don't think I'm cursed. I mean, look at where we are. I'm doing just fine.
Out in the middle of the ocean.
Yes, and we are so close to another piece, I can almost feel it. Oh, I'm so excited for Bastion to... Yes, I think we only have, what, another hour or so until he should be coming up. Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, neither can we. Isel, I thank you for indulging my, as some men would put it, feminine curiosity. John, would you escort me back to the dining part? And she has this look that she's turned away from Isel, and she has this look of like,
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
And cool as a cucumber, John goes, absolutely. Isel, excuse us. I need to make sure that you're safe. Let's go.
Oh, of
turn
course.
over. Such a gentleman.
As you guys are going to leave, can you both please give me a spot hidden?
No. Yeah, of
Oh,
course.
Can I?
Hell
No,
yeah.
I'm blind.
Can I?
Just kidding, I'm not there.
57, so just a success.
I've got a 52.
Hey,
a
we're
regular
50
success.
friends.
Also, just a success or a hard success?
A regular success.
Regular success. Okay. As you guys are turning away to go, and Isel is kind of pulling open one of the compartments, you do get just like a flash of light as you're turning.
A flash of light from where?
It seems like something glinting off something inside of one of these compartments.
Just are we able to quickly turn a look to take a see?
Yeah, if you take pause and kind of glance back, you think you see a couple of other things stored in this compartment that look a little bit odd to have. You think you see what looks like an oddly shaped piece of glass and what might be a vial of something.
Obviously not long enough of a glance to figure out what it was.
No.
No, okay. I guess. Well,
Take a little mental note.
yeah.
All right.
And yeah, I take Penny by the arm and we head out.
All right.
She accepts, and as they're heading up, she's just, John, I have a bad feeling about this.
You know, I was afraid you were going to say that.
Never tell
It's almost
me
like these things write themselves, don't they?
Yes, I have a feeling that if I manage to survive this, I will be the one telling the story about this and not acting on the stage for it.
Well, if you ever need for a professional consultant, you know who to call. And she's kind of like half grins at that. She's trying to she's trying to move on, trying to chill, but she's storm clouds in her eyes. There's something's going on.
Yeah. Same with John. He's a little confused about everything. He's not into the macabre or anything weird like that. So he's just like, one, I don't even know why I'm here. Second of all, I think I've made a bad decision by coming here.
All right.
Actually, at this, Penny actually just snaps sort of back to reality and forgets human being right next to her, and kind of not like tightly like vice grip or something, but she kind of just gives sort of like a kind of a gentle, almost tender kind of a grip. It's a little bit tighter on his arm, and just like, don't say that.
Well, not because of the friends, that's for sure. I don't know. Just something in the back of my head just feels like there's something wrong, and I'm not afraid to say it. I'm frightened.
I am too, full disclosure. Let's just head back to the others and tell them what we saw. I mean, we'll be working together, I assume, so I'm sure they're dying to know.
100%.
What a fantastic day. Nothing could ruin a day like today. The sun so beautiful shining over the water.
I'm now like flopped over the rail backwards, and I'm like, I've never had to sit still for so long. I fear my legs are gonna atrophy.
Well, of course, we could walk around the deck.
Oh, there's nothing to do around here. Well, unless there's nothing to do around here.
Okay, so as you all kind of gather back on deck, it seems the festivities are still going on. You guys can see that Margaret and Septimus seem to be having another conversation. And you can also see Richard and Anne, the two that Margaret mentioned, seem to have been having an ongoing argument since last night. So whenever they cross paths, they kind of shoot looks at each other, but they seem to be kind of mingling as well. Servers are coming in and out to replenish the food and the drink.
Has Anne sort of stationed herself somewhere, like away from Richard?
Yeah, Anne is probably, she's gone over, not to the railing that Josephine is splayed over, but she's probably gone over to the other one. She's kind of got her arms up and she's leaning on it and taking a drag on a smoke.
Let's just momentarily part ways for a moment, John. But before I do, I'm just going to speak with Anne over there. But before we go, I wanted to thank you for your help.
Of course. If you ever need my assistance, please let me know.
I won't hesitate to knock on your door. And walks on to Anne. Okay. And she also just flashes sort of like unknowingly this like winning like smile as she walks off. Okay. Couldn't have written it better.
Good. As you approach Anne, she kind of glances over to you and gives you like a nod, takes another drag of her cigarette and looks back out over to the ocean.
Kind of heated between you and your...
The dick over there?
Your dick, yes. Absolutely.
Oh, not mine.
Penny Ashcroft.
Nice to meet you. Anne McKinnon. She'll hold out a hand. What brings you on this cruise, huh?
And what brings us all to this cruise? I guess
all right.
I'll tell you mine and you tell me yours.
Sure.
Somewhat appraisal and knowledge in old weird artifacts. Nerd.
Seems on brand for Isel. Yeah, I work with them on a lot of expeditions and stuff, Know my way around a rifle. So
Hunter, archaeologist, explorer.
I think explorer is probably the best word for it.
So what do you got uptight with Dick? I believe that's short for Richard.
Yeah. We went on an expedition recently, and he's just this whole artifact thing that Isel's doing, it doesn't sit well with me. I don't like being out here, making a show of it either. Richard thinks I'm uptight.
No, I think you might be onto something, Anne. I don't feel easy about it either.
It's weird, isn't it?
It's absolutely weird. There's no other word to describe it.
Yeah, ever since we stumbled upon the damn thing, just wanted to throw it out, you know?
Were you there when you actually found the thing in Brazil?
Yeah, not in the room, mind you, but outside, yeah. Helped him get there. He was originally looking for plants, if you'll believe it.
Honestly, I do believe that. He did say he did stumble across this accidentally. I had spoken to him after the presentation momentarily.
Yeah, it was very strange. It's not the sort of thing you find.
Was there anything
there.
bizarre about the place as well? Was it nondescript, or was it marked by anything? Or
no, it was pretty nondescript. Real small. Looked like like an old rundown, stone building of some sort.
did it look like it was trying to be hidden away from plain sight?
Overgrown, definitely. But I mean, I'm not well versed in these matters.
Well, sorry, I've been feel like I've been giving you the third degree. I swear, I'm actually not a cop.
Oh,
I apologize.
Actually, it might have been a bit of a relief to have someone on board.
Anytime you need someone to talk to, especially if someone's being a real dick.
Oh, he's just got steam up his ass. He's fine.
Well, anytime you need a girl talk, I'm here.
It was good to meet you. Hopefully Bastion will be up soon, and we'll never have to think about it again.
I can't imagine being down there, closed in spaces and just underwater with absolutely no control over where I'm able to go. It just terrifies me, huh?
She'll kind of lean over and look in and be like, yeah, I wouldn't want to be down there.
I wouldn't want to be him. How long has he been down there?
I think about 3 hours now.
That would feel like eternity for me. Nope.
Yeah, well, it feels like eternity up here, too.
Well, now I'm starting to freak out. Can I get some kind of mimosa? Are you in?
Oh, sure. Yeah, let's go. And she'll accompany you.
While we're all still just mingling and waiting for Bastion to get up, I'm going to do some light pickpocketing. Just take some inconsequential items off of people that they might not notice until the end of the night.
All right.
I'm gonna just follow you and continue talking to you.
Yeah, that's good.
You do this.
It'll just look like the two of us are chatting and wandering around. It'll work great. Wait,
beautiful.
Can she assist me by distracting people?
You know,
can I accidentally assist?
Yeah, can she accidentally assist me?
Give me a sleight of hand roll with a bonus dice.
Sick.
Ooh.
That's extra D10, right?
Yes.
And it
the
subtracts,
double's 10. So you take whichever one is lower.
All right.
It's like having a
advantage in D&D.
advantage. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Trying to find another D10 because
Also,
I was not ready for this.
can we talk about how cute this Cthulhu Doctor Who is?
Look at
Yes, I love it.
Oh,
It has a fez.
You and your fezzes.
Adorable.
I love
Fezzes
it.
are cool, okay?
Leave my fez alone, all right?
Oh,
Okay.
no shame. No shame.
And so are bow ties.
So that's a 39, which is that's 2 away from my hard success, but that's still a success.
okay. Yeah. So as you're wandering around,
Wait, actually, you know what? I'll spend 2 luck to make that a hard success.
Get that
all
bread.
right.
I'm at
Okay,
69
that's
luck
good.
now.
Amazing. All right. Yeah, so as you're walking around with Lucille in tow, still just chatting away, you do manage to pull, we'll say you're able to grab a pocket watch off of Richard.
Nice.
You're able to In one of the pockets of one of the servers, you find a few coins, and we'll say you also managed to grab some more cutlery. But this is nicer cutlery. This is the cutlery they had laid out to be kind of used by everyone to cut up things. It looks like that's the finer cutlery. So it'll bring in some more money than the other stuff.
Can I roll an opposed roll to see this happen?
You sure can. Give me a spot hidden.
And as this is all happening, I'm like, before I was a pilot, I used to work at Wave of Rape Crisis Center. They serve survivors of all marginalized genders after experiencing sexual assault. And, they really, if you have $35, I see you've been pocketing some this entire time. That would fund 1 hour of their crisis line. And really, every donation helps.
If we have about 12,000 people in right now, if every person donated 11 cents, we would hit our $2,000 goal.
Oh my god!
That's like one bad cutlery.
I'm just saying, if you have the opportunity to, seriously, help. We need help. Everyone needs help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have a 59, so it's just a success.
Okay. With Josephine's hard success, it's not quite enough to spot what she's doing. You do see her kind of walking around, but you don't see her.
It's like
anything.
I see someone do like walking around shadily, but I don't see them actually do something.
No.
I'm just gonna pickpocket another cigarette from you as well, and then just stand in front of you smoking it.
It was so funny because I was gonna say, look, I'll give you whatever you want. Just don't pickpocket me.
I just take another cigarette because I see you trying to scope me out, and I'm like,
easy, no problem.
When's this diver supposed to get up? I feel like we've been waiting quite a while.
As you say this, you can see Isel has returned to the party, and he started kind of pacing next to the edge of the boat, rather nervously. He's kind of wringing his hands together, and you see him kind of dabbing at his forehead with a fancy little pocket cloth.
You think that this gentleman is taking a nap with the fishes?
It's quite possible. I do think, well, I mean, I don't have it. What time is it really? I've lost my pocket watch.
It's pocket watch. I pull out the pocket watch. And...
It's getting close
now.
Yeah, it's getting pretty close to the 4-hour mark.
Well, according to my grandpappy's old pocket watch, he's getting pretty close.
All right,
Mr. Isel, how long can someone logically stay down there?
Isel kind of turns to you, and he's kind of, again, wringing his hands. He's like, oh, well, we had the 4-hour mark for a reason, but not to worry. We'll just yank him up. We'll give him another 5 minutes, huh?
I mean, 5 minutes all it takes sometimes. I just walk back into the crowd.
I do believe that was a sex joke.
Get yours.
Penny is visibly worried and a little bit shaken. She's actually just got her both hands cemented, almost could be clawed into the edge of the boat as she's looking over and just
my God, darling, what's wrong?
He's just been down there for so long. It just takes me back to. It's silly, really.
Maybe a shock got him.
And she shoots sort of I know she just made up, but she shoots absolute daggers of death and poison to
I hear there's more eels down there that come out of the rocks and that bite you, but the teeth.
Now her fists are clenched on the side, and she's just and looks over and just in the water and just instead of burning a hole in Josephine's head, she's burning a hole in the water and making a boil
Teeth
in her
like
mind.
a
Anyway.
chainsaw they got just rattles around in their mouth. And digs
I was
up.
gonna put a hand on Josephine's shoulder and like shoot her a look.
Can I whip her with my handbag?
Hit me.
Yeah.
Yes, you may. Are you gonna
I
try to
don't
dodge
tolerate
it,
this.
Josephine?
Where is it coming from?
I'm not done.
Where's the bag coming
It's rude to dodge a grandmother's purse.
I've been carrying my bag.
from? The whole time?
Hell yeah. I don't leave my room without it.
Got frozen mice in there for the,
And,
for the steak.
Are you attempting to like hurt Josephine, or is it just like a thwack?
It's just a thwack.
Okay, so you feel your breath leave a little bit as they thwacks you in their bed.
Oh, I don't even have to roll.
I'm not dodging.
Yeah.
All right.
And at this point, Isel will kind of like let it aside and be like, "Yes, all right. You know, we should." And he'll kind of wave a couple of the crew members over, and two kind of strong-looking men will come over to the big kind of wooden spool and start slowly cranking the cord up. And it seems like they're pushing their weight into it. It seems like quite a feat to attempt to drag this up from the ocean. Are you all like standing at the side watching, or?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm,
Penny
like,
is,
back a little bit, like,
watching the men,
nonchalant.
just like, can you go any faster? Just like,
Okay, you're all standing there gripping the edge here, staring as the cord slowly makes its way up. It's drenched and dripping, and there's occasional little bits of seaweed that seem to have gotten caught on it. And as it comes up, eventually you think you see something rising up from the water. You think you see what must be the top of Bastian's head. And the men crank harder and crank, and eventually something breaks from the water. And at first, you know, you feel a bit of relief. You're like, oh, okay. Yeah, Bastian, he's there. He's fine. And then he comes up a little bit more, and you realize his head is facing the wrong way.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Penny
And-
shrieks
Yes, the crew
off the top of her
keeps
lungs.
pushing, and the thing that comes out of the water was once Bastian, but now it is a horrible, mangled mess. One of the arms is broken in at least 2 different places. The hands hang limply at the side of his body. The edge of one of his legs has been torn and ripped, and the skin that you can see is purpled and oozing pus. The further up that he comes, the more you can see the clammy gray skin and marks around his neck from where something has grabbed him. I need all of you to roll sanity.
Hell yeah.
Ooh,
Okay.
My sanity's not great.
I got 40. It should be fine, right? Fuck no.
I got a fail.
77. Yeah, I failed too.
Okay.
It was a fucking shock.
Were we supposed to roll something for sanity? Because my sanity currently says 99.
What the hell?
Same.
It's your power, I think. 99's the max that you can get. I think power.
Oh,
is
so
your-
I just have to roll lower than my power?
Yeah. Your
Is
sanity
it-
can go.
Oh, I see.
My my power is 40. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I got 37.
I mean, my
Yeah,
power's a
40.
15, so I definitely failed.
Damn.
I also failed.
This little old lady has higher power than you.
Okay, so sorry,
Not a
how
magic
many
person.
how many of you failed?
I still failed. Yeah. I'm
I
like
failed.
Okay.
I
So everyone
barely succeeded.
Okay.
Barely.
All right. Everyone who failed is going to take 4 points in sanity.
Do we also have to roll intelligence to stay sane? I think.
We're getting there. As the body is being dredged out of the water, there are more shrieks than just Penny's. Pandemonium seems to break out on the deck. They're screaming. Anne and Richard are staring down at horror. Margaret is holding Septimus and has a hand up to her face. And Isel is gently losing it. He is shaking, standing at the banister, going, "Oh, no. And the crew members who had the thing, like they kind of paused and jerked, and they're staring down in horror until Isel hits one of them, and they slowly start pulling it up further. And Isel saying, "Oh, can someone help me? Can someone?" And it looks like he's kind of reaching over to try to pull the body up onto deck.
Do we really want this body?
No, put that thing back in the water where it came from.
Richard will come over and kind of shakily help Isel pull what's left of Bastian onto the deck, and immediately walk over to the table and remove the tablecloth and head over to kind of try to block the view of this horrible mangled body. The servers and the crew members are all huddled, talking in loud tones. You can hear like, "Oh gods," and "What is that?" and "What happened?" and just sobbing.
Penny is full fetal position, rocking back and forth, and yet does not lost any sanity. This is just her real life fear come to life.
My
Yes.
Irish copies are coming back up.
Yeah, so everyone who failed their sanity roll, yes, could you all please now roll for intelligence?
my intelligence is 85.
This is where we want to fail, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, my intelligence is pretty
Yeah.
high.
Mine is so high. I'm gonna. This is what I want all of my rolls
Yeah.
from before.
I got a 70,
I
so I
gotta be-
passed.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. That's a 39.
My intelligence of 50, and
That's-
my intelligence of 50, and I rolled 45.
Oh.
Okay, so you all succeeded, correct?
No, I failed because this is the one that.
Yeah, we all succeeded, but
It's
at
bad.
what cost?
Yeah.
Yes. But that's what I'm saying. You all succeeded your intelligence check?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so looking the glimpse you got of this mangled body, just from what's happened to it, this is not a shark attack. This is not anything any of you have ever seen or heard of. Even horror movies don't do this justice. You're all completely horrified. And you all suffer a compulsion. So, what do you feel? What do you feel your character? How do you think they would react to this? What's something that this conjures up in them that horrifies them so much?
So,
Go ahead, Jake.
so John takes that glass that he's been holding as a fixture of style and immediately just this brings back memories to him as a child. He grew up on a farm, and one night some coyotes got in and managed to tear up a cow real bad. And it was the worst I'd ever seen. I'd been used to seeing death here and there, but this was just wrong. This was just carnivorous. It was just they chewed up and destroyed this cow, not even using it to eat, it felt like. And this just brings me back to being that small boy looking at that and discovering that, and it just sends a shiver down my spine. And as I down the drink, I immediately look at a waiter and I go,
The server that meets your eyes just stares at you like with like are you kidding me? Like you expect me to work right now? How about the other two? What's going through your head right now as you see this horrible, awful corpse?
Yeah. Lucille is used to having this like kind of goosebumpy feeling on her arms because she has Simon with her all the time. But seeing this, something shifts in her body. It's like the fight, flight, freeze response, and she's just like dead cold, gripping the side of the ship, and like so many goose pimples along her arms, and she's just like rigid, can't move.
Mhm.
So Josephine isn't afraid of the water, but I think at this moment her one priority is to get back to land. So she's going to do everything she can to get a lifeboat, and if that involves pushing people down out of the way, that's fine with her. She's just her Southern Belle accent is now completely gone, and she's like, "We need to get back to fucking land. We need a boat. Where the fuck did I put the boats in here?" And I'm gonna run around trying to look for a lifeboat to get off of this bigger, safer boat.
Okay.
Wait, where are you from?
Doesn't matter. My Kelly can do a good Boston accent. So
that's
where this character's from.
Yeah, okay.
We have got to get to land.
That wasn't shade.
Okay.
That was just realizing the persona that she
Yeah,
had before.
She puts on the airs of the Southern Belle because it disarms people and they think she's just a sweet young girl, but she's hot as fuck.
All right. Yeah, so you run around the deck and inside, just trying to find any other way to get off of this boat. And there are other people running around too. A lot of the servers are kind of mulling back and forth. It seems that a group of them have kind of gathered in the dining room, and a lot of them are holding on to each other, crying. The crew members too are running back and forth, and you can hear, "Hey, Captain, we can't restart the propellers. Something's tangled in them, Captain." And you hear a few more people running back and forth, and "Oi, have you seen the captain? No. Have you looked in his quarters? No." And you hear the pounding of like boots going up and down stairs, and then finally someone saying, "When the fuck is the captain?"
I look
Fuck
over
the captain,
to John.
get to the goddamn boats.
And at this point, we have been playing for 3 hours. I think this would be an opportune place to end for tonight.
What is in the ship? No! Oh my gosh. Well, while we have enough, we're still have some extra viewers here because we were featured on the front page. Thank you so much to Twitch for featuring Q Times on the front page while we're doing Streaming for Survivors. We are so grateful. But if you're still here, if you enjoyed the show, if you want to support survivors of sexualized violence, now is the time. We have links in the chat. You can donate to Wave of Rape Crisis Center. They serve all two-spirit, trans, non-binary, cis, and trans women survivors of sexualized violence. I work there. I'm the Grants and Major Gifts Coordinator. We do hospital accompaniment, police accompaniment, court accompaniment, every step of the way from the minute it happens to the minute that you finally find healing. We are there for you. And we have a worldwide crisis line. It's 24/7 free of charge. And if you donate $35, that is an hour of our crisis line for survivors to get the support they need when they need it most. Please consider donating if you can. If you can't, spread the word. Streaming for Survivors is happening all weekend long. We have streams across the world. Participating in this event, and some of them will be featured on the front page tomorrow, so be sure to check them out.
Yes, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us tonight. This is my first official run of Cthulhu, and I'm super excited to see what you guys do for the next leg of the journey.
It was so good. You did a great job. This was so fun.
So fun.
Thank you. I'm glad you're all having fun.
I want to play more.
And now we're going to die. Yeah.
Perhaps. You don't know yet. Would we like to do a quick round table and just everyone can kind of tell where we can find you?
Yeah, I'll go last though, since
Okay.
I've got a lot in. Yeah.
I imagine. All right. Would you like to start then, Rose?
Certainly. Once again, I'm Rose, who played Penny Ashcroft tonight, the apparently pseudo scream queen of this episode. You can find me at Rose_Bulbasaur on Instagram and Twitter. And you can also find me on TikTok at Rose Bulbasaur, no underscore. Hey, that rhymes.
Wonderful. And Shar, would you like to go next?
Sure. Yeah. Hi, everybody. If you like what I do, you can also follow Tabletop Titties. We are streaming tomorrow at 1 p.m. PDT. We're doing a Dungeons and Dinos stream, which is going to be amazing. We're a queer and feminist podcast, live stream on Twitch every Tuesday at 7 p.m. normally. And I'm the DM there. I also host a horror show called Drinking and Screaming, where we review a horror film through a queer and feminist lens every week. And I host that with Kile.
I think we've all been on that show too, haven't we?
Yeah. Halie and Jake, I'm going to be hitting you up soon, I'm sure.
You know what? Honestly, I would also love to throw someone else's name in there. I'd love for you to get a friend of the channel, Murphy Pop, on there. She actually works for a film festival that does a lot of horror films.
Yes.
Ooh.
Awesome. Love
Yeah,
that. You have to give me their contact info after this.
Yes, she is phenomenal. She made some of our t-shirts and stuff like that.
Cool.
I'll get you in contact with her. Yeah.
And I'm Kelly. I was playing Josephine, and as Shar said, I'm on all the same things she is. I guessed on Tabletop Titties. I will be on tomorrow during the Wava stream. I'm also co-host of Drinking and Screaming. And you can also check out my YouTube channel, Super Hopped Up, which is sort of in a slump right now, but we have a lot of LPs that we had already done, so you can go catch up and watch those while I dig my way out of the COVID pit that has prevented me from making new content.
It's a rough pit.
It's a big old pit.
I'll let Jake go last. So my name's Halie. If you want to find me online, you can find me on Twitter or on Instagram at Aliferous. It's spelled weird. But if you're into cosplay, that's usually what I do when I'm not creating horrific scenarios to run my friends through.
Is that it?
That's it. That's all I got.
Oh, man.
Haley doesn't like promoting herself, even though she's amazing.
Yeah.
She is incredible.
Haley
so
does cosplay. She has a coffee that you can go support her on. She also has an Amazon wish list that you can support her on her next cosplay endeavor that she's working on. Honestly, we need to figure out a way so that that she can get enough money and have like a full photo shoot done for some of her cosplays.
Yes, please.
Specifically ones where she is not on a speed bump in a parking lot. That would be preferred.
It was outside of a con.
Yes, but not just Halie. Halie does her cosplay, but all of these people here are wonderful and amazing people. This is the first time that they have come over to Q Times and streamed with us, and I'd like to just say thank you so much for coming and joining the table at Q Times. We really appreciate all of you. I look forward to seeing where this endeavor takes us, and figure out, if any of us survive, and who will play John on the film adaptation of this invention. Anyways, my name is Jake. I am a GM on this channel. I also produce all of the shows that happen here on Q Times. If you'd like to follow Q Times on Twitter, it is @_Q Times, or the best place for you to talk to us, hang out with us, discuss about all of the things that we've got going on would be our Discord server. We've got a ton of people there, and we're really close on Twitter. We're about to do a giveaway on our Twitter because we're about to hit one of our goals, and we're really close to hitting our goal on YouTube as well. So we're about to do a bunch of giveaways for hitting our first quarter goals on our social media. So check us out. Make sure that you're following us on all of the social medias. But if you want to get a hold of me specifically, again, Discord, best place. Second best place, At Indigo QT on Twitter, I tweet about a lot of random things, including all the shows that I'm doing, including tomorrow, which is Court of Corvids, which is a Pathfinder 2nd Edition game where I run my players through a world where all of the villains are based off of real horror villains in real life. So I take cult leaders and serial killers and I put them in a fantasy world and, well, let them run rampant. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, check out every Sunday at 1 p.m. PDT, or check out all of that on our VOD. That's all I've got. I swear.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having us, Jake.
Hell yeah.
Yes, this was so
Thank you.
fun.
I look
Very
forward
much
to more.
enjoyed it.
All right. And
right.
if that's all, I guess
Yeah.
we'll say good night for now, and hopefully you'll see us soon.
Let's all
Bye,
awkwardly
everyone.
wave at the camera. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.